for the chaos.
Yay. We love that.
Burn it. Just
Yeah,
burn it all
well-
down.
But
Hmm.
you know
Well,
what?
Nice
That
breeze
could
here.
potentially be an option.
Now we don't have that burning anxiety in the back of our minds that someone's trying to divine intervention.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to
true.
not have to worry
that's true.
about that.
You know what? I should just do a D100 roll
Just for every
anyways,
day.
just for
Yeah,
fun at the
just
beginning of
scare
every
us a
day.
little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well.
I gotta keep you in line. So let's see. It's oh, it's close. Okay, 24. Keep in mind. We'll see what that does. Okay.
Oh, you're so evil,
Well.
and I love it.
Oh, thank you. That's the highest compliment I could receive.
Mhm.
Truly.
Well, are we ready? I see. Actually, it looks like we're already streaming.
Yes, we are.
Ah, wonderful. Thank you for that.
Of course.
Well, I'll just get into it. So we got a bit of a recap. So welcome back, everybody, for another episode of the Black Aurora, session 73. It's been a while. I always say after we skip 1 week that it feels like it's been an eternity, and then we skipped 2 weeks, so it feels like I've never played this game before in my life. So let's start with session 0. But anyways, last we left off with this party. The beginning of last session, you guys were actually still in the Alaran Dunes after the battle against Vex Orion and his hunters, where you guys emerged victorious and took prisoner, sort of saved, hard to say, Narkushan, the dragon-blessed companion of Vex. You guys saved her life, particularly Medea, which led to her collaborating with the party and explaining that you now have a rare opportunity. Whereas you probably were going to go back to Gardas and do your little war there, another opportunity has presented itself in challenging your right to take the claimkeeper position in front of the claim chieftain herself, which would give you a reason to go to Bardest and potential privileges there that you would not have had otherwise. So the party has decided to detour, go to Bardest rather than to Gardas immediately. Besides, you have business there. You have another celestial beast, another shard of Rovagug, and other potential leads on gods and such. To that end, though, the party had Ilaran drop them off near the Raffthorn Citadel as close as possible before the strange pseudo-phoenix decided to return to Susail to fulfill its part of the bargain with Q and to restore the verdant aura. As you guys approached the city gates of Raffthorn Citadel, you were accosted by some very paranoid guards, seeing an unusual group approaching near nightfall at their main capital in the middle of war. You guys did give the right answers for the most part, but there was just enough suspicion that they had to check in, especially when Mira name-dropped what she did not realize was a member of high society in the Citadel. Now Professor Quibble Applebottom, which was just a friend before. After gaining his recommendation for the party and having him let the guards let you pass, you entered the city proper with no further issues. You were given a place to stay for the night and some good food to eat. There was some, I don't remember what happened, but in the nighttime you guys did some, I think, attempt spying on Narkushan, just heard prayers. There was some discussion in the inn. And then in the morning, you found her eating her body's weight in meats at a buffet-style meal, where you found that the city was under some new ordinance where people were not allowed to gather without you basically no loitering. You had to be in a place for a reason. You couldn't congregate. Like the city was trying to stop people from gathering together for some strange reason. The whole city actually seemed to be in a strange orderly style, a tone over it of control and a little bit of fear as everything was being prepared for war that was ongoing. But you didn't learn more until after Peria and Narkushan went their separate ways and had a unexpected meeting with President Dane Fowl himself, and found that he is, as you knew, the Apostle of Hatred, but is not fully in control of his status. Much like Peria was starting to go down the path of an apostle, you were warned that the more you use the power, the less of you there'd be. It seems like perhaps the president has used the power quite a bit. perhaps has lost himself and only has lucidity in few fleeting moments in these specially made rooms within his citadel. And he asked Peria to find a way to do for him what she did for herself, to undo the apostlehood and free him from this destiny he's chosen. Peria mentioned phoenix feather and not much else because, to be honest, it's a little more complicated than that, but you couldn't really tell him that. And so agreed to find something for him, and hopefully the next time you meet, it'll be with a feather rather than a blade to the neck. So, Narkashan, meanwhile, did meet with General Aurora Tierguard, had her own conversation, where she managed to procure the vessel of the Claimkeeper for your party to use without any kerfuffle over, where is the Claimkeeper? Why isn't he coming to us himself? Etc. It's been cleared for the most part. You guys now have access to a ship. Meanwhile, the other half of the party went over to the Okaro Athenium to seek out Inscriber Emoris, who you were told by the twins' half-sister Talun that she would probably be the one you'd go to get inscriptions done if you were part of the government, and that perhaps with Professor Ebelbottom's recommendation, you were going to get some help. He did give a recommendation, and you did get into the Athenium, but found that it was very secretive still, and honestly, they really didn't expect much from you guys. They were clearly doing this as a show rather than actually trying to tell you anything. And once you were let into a private space with the inscriber, it was revealed very quickly that she knew exactly who you all were. She had records of names and identities and could tell that this was a band of potential fugitives, if not at least ne'er-do-wells for the people of the Dane, which is exactly what she was looking for as she sealed the room from, warded it against anyone spying in, and told you that she has a mission for you. If you want her to inscribe you, which you do, she needs you to find her younger brother, Alten, who is in the city of Valertana and is actively embroiled in a little bit of political campaigning against the governor, Faustus Dellon, who has been recently placed in place of the now deceased Duchess Rysana Valertane. And he has been enacting some sort of plan on the city that the organization that Alton leads, known as the Valertana Conservatory, has been actively working against. Emoris was concerned that her younger brother, Alton, was going to be getting himself into some hot water, and that he was going to get himself killed at this rate. She wants you to get him to come back home. Not to drag him back tied up. He'll just fight it and go back on his own. You need to somehow, whatever you can do, convince him to go home and to end this, as she put it, foolish campaign against the governor. With that mission now your direct path to an Aurora mark for everyone, a free Aurora mark for everyone, the party decided, yeah, we should probably go do this, and bought some horses after some light shopping, and decided to travel through light shopping, travel through the Valertana Pass, the Valor Pass, to the city of Valertana, which we kind of had to quickly wrap up the end of last session due to time constraints, so we didn't really do too much roleplay through, but you had Medea, thankfully, as a guide, who has spent a lot, probably the majority of her life thus far in the Lowlands, as part of the Lowland Frontal Assault team, and knows this place like the back of her hand, plus some good horses that you guys paid for. So, with all of that, that brings us to where we are now. As the party is arriving at the end of the second day of travel, as the sun is beginning to set over the mountains, you arrive at the blooming city of Valertana. As you guys walk through the farmland and the roads up to the high gates, you see that the gates are overgrown with leaves and greenery. The entire city, from what you can see outside, is covered in beautiful pastel floral vistas. The tall buildings that rise over the edge of the wall all have massive vines wrapped around them and flowers that seem to almost have turned to catch the last glimpses of the sun at the end of the day. In fact, you can see some on the eastern half of the city actually have closed up as they are now in the shadow of the mountains. Or perhaps it'd be the western half as the sun is setting. That makes more sense. But as you guys approach the city gates, you find that it looks like the city gates were once a portcullis, like a large slatted iron gate that would have dropped down for the night. But that gate is covered and entwined with roots and vines, and it looks like it has been disused, and instead a pair of large wooden doors have been attached to what would have once been a like drawbridge style gate that can no longer be utilized. The whole thing looks like an infrastructural nightmare, but also very beautiful. Medea, you are all too aware of this city. You may not have necessarily lived here, but you were here very often for work. You had to come here and get clients, you had to come here and report the murder of certain monsters in the area. This was a very frequent stop for Medea, so you probably know the layout of the city pretty well. It hasn't changed probably that much since you've been here last. It's only
taverns
been
out of business that aren't here anymore.
yeah, it's only been about 20 years since Medea's been here. So stuff could have absolutely changed, but not enough that you wouldn't know the layout of the city. So as you guys arrive, you reach the stables at the front gate, drop off your horses, get your 50 gold back from the down payment you guys put, and the city is now yours in the evening twilight. What would you guys like to do? I'm gonna take a break.
Are the gates open? Sorry. You're not allowed to take a break.
My voice has to keep going. Yes, the gates actually do seem to be open at this time still. You do notice they are starting to light torches and kind of like the night watch is getting ready to shut the city down for the evening. But you guys are still here with daylight.
Are farmers coming into the city?
Yeah, there's actually you guys are at the stables outside of the town. You do see there is a lot of traffic of people bringing last minute produce in from the farmlands. Doesn't look like a lot of like foot traffic, but a lot of carts.
Blended.
Paria.
Yeah.
What's our wind-up merchant stuff for the day?
Ooh, that's a good point. I don't know. 3d12. 1, 12, and 3.
So you've got a potion of climbing, a ring of water walking, and a spell scroll. I need a d4.
D4. 1.
Comprehend languages.
Now, there you have
Okay. All right.
Water walking, climbing, and comprehending.
So
Alright.
we drop off our horses inside or outside?
The stable's outside of the town
Okay.
before you guys have arrived.
Okay.
Alright.
You guys technically arrived, but you're outside the city limits
Good
at this
little
time.
horses.
So, like, did they just not care about keeping the gate on all over the ground or whatever?
Well, it is part of the town. You can see it is everywhere. There's nothing wrong with that.
Narkushan also like kind of steps up near Q and like looks at the gate.
Something their
No,
thing.
actually, I am confused as well. This is a massive defensive weakness. That gate would be useful, and they're just deciding to keep it for what, aesthetics? That's confusing.
Maybe it's a curse.
Maybe. This much
Maybe we're all
overgrowth
cursed.
is
Who knows?
unusual.
I don't know. We'll just walk in casually,
Yeah.
like
Just
we
gonna walk
belong.
in. Yeah. I do belong, so I have no problems here.
Yeah, well, Medea, lead us to the nearest inn.
Sure.
Okay.
Wherever that
as-
is.
Yeah, as you guys start walking forward, you do see a couple of guards who are like checking inventory on one of the carts. One of them kind of like nods over in your guys' direction, and a guard runs up. He's like, "Hi, you guys looking to enter the city? Short notice. Sorry, we're kind of closing down for the." You see, like he kind of stops, looks at Medea. Did I
Oh.
know you?
You might. Actually, you probably do.
Something about you seems real familiar. I'm sorry. What's your name?
Oh, oh. So cute. Medea Veros.
I knew it.
Hi.
Oh my god. Oh, are the rest of the team here with you? I would love to get some autographs.
No, it's just me today.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'll have to get the others next time. And he pulls out like a wad of paper, and it just looks like crumpled up paper. Could you sign this, please?
Of course.
Oh, thank you. What kind of mission are you dropping off now? What kind of what would you kill? Come on, show me. And he's like, you see this fanboying guard, the rest of you?
No killing today, but maybe
Oh,
later.
damn. And you see Narkishan looks over and is like, is this a common occurrence?
No, this is a first for us.
Right.
Medea was quite popular around this area.
Ah, I see.
Well, we're just looking for the nearest inn. I already know where it is, so.
Of course you do. Of course. Sorry,
We're
hear
kinda
me.
tired from the
Hear me
long
rambling on. I'm so
you're okay.
sorry. I've been a fan of the Lowland Frontal Assault team for so long, and I haven't heard of any of your exploits in like feels like years. But I always knew you were out there fighting the good fight for the people of the Lowlands.
Sure.
All right. Are these new members?
Kind of trying them out, you know.
Gotcha.
They're in
Do
trial.
not say you are trying out your sister.
Are you guys sister? You have a sister? He jumps over to me, and I was like, okay, so wait, you're not on the team?
She's trying out.
I am trying.
These are sisters, yeah.
Just
Wow.
to get her big sister's approval, you know.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You see the other guy goes, what are you doing over there? Are they good or not? Yeah, no, boss, they're great. They're fine. They're perfect. Nothing wrong over here. Sorry. Just one last question. Where can I go to get tryouts? I promise, I'm a great sword arm, but I've got really good skill with a bow. Sort of. It's been my dream to be a hero like you guys.
Oh god.
Well,
What does his bow look like?
Bend. Maybe you can go there.
Looks like he's got like a short bow, just like it's slung at his hip pretty much with like a small bit of arrows. He doesn't
Let's
have.
jot your name down. I'll get with Kribis and we'll talk about it.
Oh, Kribis, yes. Tyrion. I'm Tyrion.
Tyrion? Okay.
Tyren. Tyrion. Just yep. Make sure.
Okay. Last name, please. Like she's actually
Really challenging right off the bat. God. All right. Immediately after 2 weeks, I have to come up with an NPC first and last name.
It's not me up.
What?
Tearing me up.
Tearing me up.
Wow. Okay. Stillwater. Tyrion Stillwater.
Stillwater.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Jesus. Anyways, so you'll be in town then. You could leave a message with the garrison, and let me know when when there's tryouts, and I'd love to show you what I'm worth. I mean, looks like you've got like a kid in your group. I probably could do better than them at least.
Oh, I don't know about that. She's kind of fierce.
He looks over to Q and just probably like senses the animosity.
Yeah. I just look at her face.
Right.
Well,
Right. No offense, of course.
all right, Kieran. Well, I will get with Kribis and talk about that.
Great.
Just just keep doing what you do, cause you're doing great.
Okay.
I got to go.
Right. Yeah. No,
See you
of course.
later.
Right. Everyone, welcome, of course, to Valentina. Enjoy your stay. I knew it. And he like walks back to his post.
Oh my God.
Mike, I have a question.
Yes.
So as we're walking through and this is happening, love it. The
homecoming.
the trees and the plants and everything that's kind of intertwined into the wall
Yes.
and everything. Does it seem like it's all like almost interconnected? Like all the roots are like spreading from one tree to another, and like how torn up are the roads with the plants and everything?
So, give me a quick nature check.
Okay. I'm good at those. Even with a low roll, it's at pretty
So,
middle.
with just passive perception as far as the road is concerned, now that you once you enter the city proper and you're past the gates, you see there are a lot of uneven stones. There's actually a couple parts off to the side of the road that look like where a cart might not be is almost pure overgrowth with roots coming out of the ground and coming back in. Some bricks of the road are just entwined in roots that have just grown around it. You see a number of roots that look like they've been cut at a certain point and have decided to divert and regrow another way, and a lot of stones that look newer than other ones where the road has been repaired constantly. That's just a passive perception. With your nature check, there is a sense of interconnectivity here. You are getting that. It does look like they all seem to be connected to each other in some way. You can't really get a feel for anything more than that, but you do notice some roots from one tree almost going to another, which you know that's not
Normal.
normal. It's not like it never happens. Some plants do kind of live as a colony and do interconnect,
Yeah.
but not a city's worth typically.
And you mentioned these flowers, how they're turning to get the last glimpse of the sun.
So most of the flowers, there are flowers at your guys' feet on a lot of the vines, but there are flowers that are the size of a wagon at the top of these
so
buildings.
they are to size.
Yes, they twine up the chimneys and roofs until they reach the highest most point where these massive 5-6 foot wide petaled flowers bloom outward and seem to almost, you can see them slowly turning as if towards the sun to catch the last glimpses of light before night falls. And the western, I realize not eastern, the western flowers, which are already in shadow by the mountain, have already seemed to close up for the night. And you can actually see in the distance some other roofs, you see some flowers slowly closing up for the night as well.
Okay.
We must have an infestation of bugs around here, though.
Probably a fair number of insects, yeah.
Those big ass bees. You're like, oh no, it's another one.
Oh yeah, if the flower is 6 feet wide, how big are the bees?
Just
Yeah,
swarms of
I'm
bees
just
around the city.
I'm just calling it now. There's probably some sort of evil plant demon under the ground here.
Well, not
Stepping
necessarily.
away from the people.
Cute.
When I was here 20 years ago,
Yes.
was it like this?
Yes.
Was it still called the Blooming City?
Oh yes,
Okay.
yes.
Alright,
This
just
is
wanna make
this
sure.
is the as far as Medea knows, this is the heritage of the city. Duchess Rysana specifically created festivals and holidays surrounding celebration of all of the flowering growth in the city. The city is also known to create its own types of flowers that have not been seen elsewhere in the world.
Nice.
Medea, if you'd like, can give me a history check
Sure.
on anything more than that.
All right, sure. 14. Hey, sisters.
That's not bad, yeah. Medea would know that there are some holidays throughout the year dedicated to the flowers here, and some of them have what probably Medea always thought was mostly just made up origins, but there's been some talk amongst the people where there might be some truth to them. Some people believe that this town was blessed by a dryad spirit a long time ago for the deeds that one of the Valartanes may have done for the forests. Some believe it is cursed by a hag, and that the overgrowth is a constant reminder of how they need to respect the rules of nature and how to not get too far out of the bounds of what is right and acceptable. And there's a lot of theories as to what caused the city to become like this, but no concrete answers. For the most part, Medea probably knows that the people are equally in love and tired of it. You guys can see a lot of the buildings that you guys are passing through the main streets. Some windows that have been boarded up are completely covered in vines, and it look like they'd be unopenable at this point. You actually do see one person on a ladder leaned against the house up there with a small hand axe and just chopping away at bits of vine and root that is as thick as his arm and waiting for it to fall off As soon as the bit of the root falls off, you see he reaches into his pocket, takes out a vial, uncorks it, and slathers it over the vine, which then shrivels. And he like wrenches a window open, and you see a woman from the inside pushes the window open. And is like, oh, "Thank you. I'll see you next week." As he brings the ladder down and moves to the next house.
Lucrative business.
Yeah.
Very important.
Hey,
It's weed control, you know?
it is. It is. There's nothing wrong. I mean, this city is beautiful.
You don't want it to overtake the structures, though, and make the houses collapse, too. There has to be balance, you know?
No, but it could be said that they bring their own structure to it.
Makes it look
So-
prettier, if anything else.
Yes.
So Medea, you wanted to go to the nearest place to stay the night.
Yes.
Would you take them to? There are 2 options you know of more than others. Plenty of other inns throughout the city. The closest is the Blush and Blossom,
Okay.
which is a little bit more of a risque location. They do offer rooms. They also offer other services there.
Uh-huh.
Don't know if Medea would take you there. I don't know.
Probably
The Towering Tulips is a little bit farther, but that is just an inn, just a destination known for 3 particularly large flowers on top of the building. You guys can actually see it from the city square. It's an up-class inn.
Okay. Are there any middle ground ones, or?
Oh,
is
there's
it just
plenty. This city is full of different taverns and inns and stores. Those are the 2 particularly
Main.
known ones. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I like to be lavish, so
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
gonna take him to the lavish one that isn't sexy.
Gotcha. I'll grab the party token for this just to keep you guys together for now.
Okay.
Just put it here. Here we go. Grab that over. There we go.
There we are. Da, da,
Party,
da.
So, as the party is making their way through the city, you guys pass through the streets near the city square. You can hear a lot of activity from the Blush and Blossom. It's a very rowdy tavern this time of evening. There is also a pretty busy marketplace near the city square, as well as what looks like a small crowd gathered directly at the square itself. As the last hours of twilight are leaving, there's like a large central fountain. And you see what looks like 2 groups at the square gathered together. One of which has almost like a booth set up with, I want to say, like almost like pamphlets. They're handing out flyers of some sort. And a couple of people wearing deep crimson robes. And you hear someone behind the booth going, "Come one and all, come and join the new family of animosity. You will find love in hatred. Peace in war. Freedom in fear." And you see, like, nobody's coming over to that desk. Like, nobody's coming over to that booth.
Great.
People just keep, like, looking at it, like, confused. Like, every once in a while, someone comes up, and as they take a flyer, they get scared off by the person behind the counter. And you notice, though, that despite this person kind of going on and on, there's nobody doing anything about it. It feels like something they've gotten used to, maybe. But these people are just sort of shouting into the wind at this point. The other group, you see somebody up on what looks like a soapbox in the middle of the square, with what looks like a large sign that says, "Don't ruin our city's legacy. Stop the uprooting."
You know,
I'm gonna go to
this
that
might
one.
Yeah, this might be the group we're looking for.
Yeah.
Conservatory.
Are we going to do that before we go to a place to stay, or?
Yeah, I just kind of wander over to
Okay, I guess
him.
so.
Sure.
Might as well.
You wander over the city square. There's it looks like a young man, vaguely like short, light blue hair, with light blue skin, with a constant constant light breeze tossing his hair, and he's got a sign held up with don't ruin our legacy, stop the uprooting. He's like, "People of the city, please, you have to listen. The Duchess would not want this. Throw away your bottles. Throw away your herbicide. Stop it. This is the legacy of Valertana. for the good of the people, for the good of Calcifel, don't forget who we are! And just kind of like shouting to. There is like a small crowd there. Some of them seem to be a little bit, how do I put it? Dismissive. But the rest of them do seem to be listening a bit. But yeah, as you approach.
Question real quick.
Yes?
Did he say Calcifel?
He
or
did.
Okay. Moving on.
I recall the lady we spoke to also had hair that just like constantly flowed, right?
A little bit, yeah.
It might be
Yep,
the
that's your
guy
son.
who-
Brother, right?
Mira,
whatever.
you were the approaching.
Yes, I was. In my notes, I
just
was
be
just
behind
trying to
this if you're
figure
just
out.
listening to him.
I'll take it.
I'll just, after he's done, I'll clap.
Was Darren?
Thank you, sister! Thank you! Join us in our cause! Stop the uprooting! Stop the uprooting! Just like starts chanting. A couple
gosh.
people join in.
I'll join in for fun.
Excuse me.
Yes, are you here to join our cause?
Could you tell me more about this uprooting?
We're new here.
You see, like he hands the sign to somebody else who steps up and starts the chant, keeps the chant going. He steps down. All right then, new to the city. Welcome to the blooming city. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. The uprooting is evil. It is a plan by the governor to remove all of the flowers and all of the life in this city as we know it. Whether or not he realizes it, he's going to kill our culture. How?
Intertourism.
Why do I know you? Looking at Medea.
Oh, right.
Why is everybody?
She gets that a lot.
Something familiar. Sorry.
What is your name?
My name is Alton Grigori. I am leader of a group known as the Conservatory. We're here to save the city's heritage, to maintain its traditions. The things started by Duchess Rysana. Things that the governor doesn't find meaningful or profitable.
And the
We
governor.
are the voice of the people.
Right. The governor fell. I don't know how to pronounce this. Faustus, thank you. Faustus is trying to uproot all of this. You said herbicide?
Yes.
We noticed there were people breaking and pouring stuff on.
If you find anyone selling the shit, just throw it away. Just break it, destroy it, whatever. I don't know what it is, but don't use it. It's killing the plants, and not just the stems and petals. It's killing the roots. It's killing our city. This whatever it is, this herbicide. I don't know what it's made of, but it's evil. That's all I can tell you. I know this must sound crazy, but if you're new to the city, you came here because it's beautiful, right? It's the blooming city. Don't you want to
Right.
keep it that way?
It
Yeah.
does seem rather
Then
nice.
join our cause. Take up a sign. Tell the people! Free us! The uprooting! Stop the uprooting! It just keeps going.
I love this guy.
Grab the sign already, and I'm.
Terry's like, yes, activism.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right.
So, yeah.
Well.
What are we gonna do, guys?
Well.
I'm just gonna
You
step
found
off to
him.
the side. I guess we're all gonna step off to
This
the side,
is-
like go rah rah.
This is him,
No,
huh?
No, she's not there.
Wait.
Okay.
I thought. I'm slightly confused. I thought the governor was the one that we were trying to bring back. This is the guy we're trying to bring back?
No.
Just-
We're trying to bring back
No,
Alton,
he's
her
this
little
guy.
brother.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
He's the activist against the governor.
Yeah.
I had it reversed
No.
in my notes. Oh,
did a little.
gosh.
The governor is trying to do something to the city, which, as Alton has just described, is called the uprooting, which seems to be something about stopping the growth of the city, and he's against
I get
that.
it. That makes no sense. The tourism alone brings in a lot of money. Just seeing the flowers, you know what I mean?
Well, all
As
right.
a
Right.
governor,
Also-
this is a very stupid idea.
But
But they're also kind of like getting in the way of living.
but think about it. Wouldn't
Like I
it?
said, balance.
No. Wouldn't it foster a lot of hate if all the plants were destroyed?
Oh.
Between the citizens who agree and disagree, yeah.
Yes,
cute.
it would. be exactly what it's.
Hmm.
I think I see what's going on here.
Go ahead.
No,
Yes.
we just need to get this herbicide or whatever, mix it in the governor's drink and kill him. That's
Oh
what
my
we're
god!
I mean, that's one way.
And
I
then
mean, you know,
either-
that would kind of solve the problem.
I mean, I'm not saying
Look,
this-
if we can just find a window that's several hundred feet away.
Oh, so you just want to shoot him. Got it.
You see, Narkashan goes, I mean, that is a very direct way to handle this, but
Yeah, no, I agree.
Perhaps
I-
we should figure out exactly what is going on before taking such.
Yeah.
We can find out who's making this herbicide.
Yes.
Maybe we
What
can
is the
convince them to buy
herbicide? How do the
herbicide.
plants feel about this?
Perio, you wanted to
Yeah.
pull me aside at one point. What was that?
For the atmosphere of the city, is it reminiscent of the capital in that it's very locked down?
No,
Okay,
you don't feel
so
that. You don't. I would say that the atmosphere of the city is a lot more lax than the capital was. You don't get the sense that it's under a state of fear. Give me an insight check though on the crowd around you.
Sure.
Ooh.
Yes, yeah, insight.
Perry has a
Yeah.
good insight.
23.
Yeah.
23, natural 18. Yeah.
Hmm.
You do feel like the crowd that Alton is currently like hyping up. I don't know if it's something Perry has just been trained to see because of her background as a spy, basically. It looks like a riot is forming slowly. Like the people here are very quick to get incensed, very quick to get behind this cause. The city doesn't look like it's. If anything, I'd say what Perry is realizing is it's not the capital where everything seems very controlled and fearful. This city feels like it's about ready to burst in flames.
Okay.
Yes.
Very tumultuous.
It's kind of the opposite of the capital.
Not enough law in order.
Right.
Hmm.
So the
In
guard
fact,
presence
with a
here.
23 insight, what you notice that I kind of hinted at with nobody doing anything about the people from the hate cult, there's no guards in the city square at all right now.
Hmm.
Okay.
There's no guard present stopping this little riot that's building.
Of course, because the president wants hate to be spread.
Yeah, he gets power.
Well,
Well,
Okay.
okay.
I can't do anything. I don't have calm emotions.
So,
I have
Yeah, shit,
slow, and
like
that's about
that.
it.
I don't have anything I can do right now.
you guys do see that slowly the crowd does start to diminish as it is becoming nighttime and people do need to start kind of getting home. But a lot of them do take pamphlets and signs with them.
Hmm.
Like they may have come away influenced by this.
How many people were at the booth of the crazy guy?
The crazy guy, well, he'll be more specific. They're both a little crazy in certain
Yeah,
ways.
oh yeah.
Animosity.
The
Yeah,
hate
Yeah,
people.
animosity.
the
guy.
evil cult people.
The cult.
Yeah.
Um,
Rogue guys.
like 4 or 5 maybe at most,
5.
whereas Alton had a group of 2
big
dozen
group.
maybe.
Hmm.
Gotcha.
They probably shouldn't try anything right now. It's so close to night, anyways.
Can I try to I guess when they were like all like chanting and everything.
Yeah.
Was there
absolutely.
any talking of like things that they're gonna do, other than like stop the uprooting? Like
Sure.
any plans, like any time and date kind of deal?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Pamphlet.
Holy shit.
27. Damn, that's a natural 19. Crap.
Gosh.
Um,
Or maybe it's just in a pamphlet. I don't know.
you do know that you probably managed to grab like one of the pamphlets, and it does label like ways to stop the uprooting is stop hiring uprooters, people who are apparently made too remove the plant growth. If you there's literally like a thing that says if you find someone selling herbicide, stop them. Doesn't say anything further than that.
Say how to stop them. Kill them. Okay.
Yeah. You don't see anyone like openly colluding as to like what they're gonna do. But I'd say with a 27 perception and the pamphlets going around and the general vibe, you don't feel like they're not doing it in private.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Violence is on the table.
Absolutely feels like it.
Sounds like my kind of solution.
Do the conservatory people have like a matching uniform, like the Cult of Animosity? Do they have like a pin?
You don't notice anything marking them at this time.
Shit. Okay.
It's like the equalists in
I know, that's what I'm just
Legend
thinking. That's what I was thinking.
I'm like, we gotta go in disguise.
I know, I was like, where's that pamphlet? Let's find 4 pamphlets that are unique. Let's flip them upside
flip 'em
down
upside down.
and where's the map?
Let's do it.
As you guys are kind of standing around trying to figure out what to do, eventually Alton stops his chanting as the crowd is dispersed, and like tucks his sign under his arm, steps off the box, kind of like goes to pick up some stuff. And are you guys still kind of around at that point? Or...
I'm just looking at the pamphlet, you know. I'm muttering.
Yeah, we're probably just talking.
Yeah.
I'm in the crowd.
He'd probably look over to the few of you that's standing off to the side. He's a little bit sweaty from just like yelling constantly. He's like, well, I hope your first day at the Blooming City wasn't too tumultuous. But if you're interested in joining the cause, you should stop by the conservatory sometime. We're on the west side of town. We'd love to have you. I swear I know you. I don't know why.
I have one of those faces, you know.
Probably. You all also seem pretty well armed. By any chance, are you guys like part of a group
Adventurers.
or? That's a pretty antiquated word. I meant like mercenaries.
Question.
We do
Do
work.
you know who's making that anti-plant
The
stuff?
herbicide. I can only guess the governor. I
Mm.
don't really. You see, like he looks over, and you see now as the crowd dissipates, a couple of guards entering the city square to take post, and he's like, "But probably wouldn't be good to talk about that. Check out the conservatory sometime if you're all interested. We're open to the public, you know, because we care about the people."
Right.
And he like he takes one last look at Medea and is like, "I swear there's something."
I'm not saying shit this time.
Puts a bag over his shoulder and just sort of like walks off.
All right, well,
Oh, man.
I guess we should get.
We're done. Just, I'm
Harriet's like the last person chanting, "Stop the
Are you
opera!
good?
Stop the opera!"
Harriet, we gotta go.
Harriet,
I
I know you have a brain thing for like breaking stuff, but calm down.
We break things. I don't break things.
That's true.
We fix
Breaking.
things.
Literal and metaphorical.
Yes. Well, so where are we going, Medea? Which
What was it
one?
again?
The Towering Tulips. So as
Towering
you guys move through the city square now, reaching the base of what's called the Pastel Promenade, the path up to Castle Sunkeeper at the top, you then turn westward along the road to the Towering Tulips Inn. It looks like 3 buildings with like large bell towers that each are next to each other and intertwined with large lilies or tulips. And as you guys walk in, it's a very quiet atmosphere. There's no rowdiness like the Blush and Blossom. This place seems like the best place to get a night's sleep. You see behind the counter there seems to be what looks like a stool, and sat upon it is a small gnome with flowers wreathed through her hair. Hello, are you here to spend the night? How many are you?
1, 2, 3,
6?
4.
6.
6.
Yes.
Would that be 6 rooms, or do you need couples rooms, or would you like a communal room?
I'm okay with communal. Are you? How about you?
Communal room has up to 8.
Up to 8.
That's
Well,
fine by me.
that depends on Avosi, the only
Never
man in the
mind.
party.
all of the women look at
Like we're
Avosi.
all turning to
It's like,
it doesn't
oh,
matter to me. I don't care.
yeah, maybe for decency's sake, one communal and in one room, or
Yeah, that's fine.
Whatever.
Sure.
communal room is a little bit more expensive. It'll cost 1 gold piece,
Oh,
and
no.
the single room will cost 10 silver.
You will
Just
put
add-
forward the money for this.
Thank
What?
you very much.
Oh, great.
Here are your
Welcome
keys.
breakfast.
Oh
dinner.
yes, of course, of course. We'll have a wonderful breakfast ready in the morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any dietary preferences I should be aware of?
Meat.
Lots of meat.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. No, that's fine. We're not. It's not. We're not special to any specific type of diet. That's a very
Chickpeas.
simple. Yes, we have chickpeas.
We have
Yes,
chickpeas as well. And some
of
potatoes,
course. Wonderful, of course.
It takes.
Okay. Okay. So it's like, as she says, she actually grabs like a pen and paper. It's like, okay, yeah. Uh-huh. Some of this might have a small commodity cost. If I could have a down
Put a
payment.
gold. Put a gold on the table.
Oh!
Divide
Is there anything else?
Oh.
So you guys put in your order for breakfast, get your 1 communal room for all the girls, and then Avosi gets his own room because decency's sake.
Boy.
Decency.
Because boy.
I just look at Marcus and I'm like, please try not to eat all of their inventory of meat tomorrow.
Why?
You
We paid
can.
for it.
I mean, I
She
guess.
does have a point. I mean, it's a whole gold's worth of meat.
It's a lot of. It's a lot of
Yeah,
meat.
we paid for it.
We did.
That is true.
I will try to reserve myself, especially if there are others around. I can accommodate the locals, I suppose. Well, this place is very fanciful and strange.
Mm.
I think this is my least favorite city we've been to since I left Bardust. It makes very little sense.
You know,
As do we. Let's,
Mm.
let's go to sleep. I am tired.
Well, anyways, let's head up.
You guys get a room in like one of the first towers, and then Vosi has one in the second towering tulip. You guys have a very nice, cushy, comfortable, like pink sheets, like very floral and ornate. There's definitely a theme here.
Mm-hmm.
That it's supposed to be like catered to the blooming city. Q hates it
Oh,
almost
definitely.
immediately.
Of course.
Narcoshan's just like, oh, why?
Nargashan
I'm
would have
like,
liked the other place.
I'm just like, the pink could be a little less bright, but
Yeah.
Hey, I think it is fine. It matches my aura.
It's true.
With all my clothes.
But yeah,
starting to sound like me.
you guys bed down for the night.
Question.
Yes.
Would this pamphlet count as a possession of Alton?
Oh.
Gave it to you.
Yeah, technically he gave it to you.
I would like to scry, Michael.
Okay. I did not expect that, so
Yay!
don't know why either.
Mm.
So he gets a wisdom save, is it?
Sure does. Would you say I'm familiar?
You
I've
don't
met
know
the
him well.
target
You've met him firsthand, so he gets
firsthand.
he gets no plus to it. So so he doesn't get a plus because it's
Oh,
not
yeah,
secondhand, it's
+0.
firsthand.
Yes, I was going the wrong way.
You don't have a likeness of
Possession
him.
or
You have a possession, right?
Yes.
Too bad you didn't get rid of his hair, but
Mm.
possession or garment is -4.
4.
So he gets a -4 to his save, and the
I
DC
wouldn't
is what?
know.
17.
I didn't know you were gonna scry on him. I could have pulled out some of his hair.
That was really smart of Paria.
It's a -4, so I have to keep in mind his wisdom mod.
Does he have a
-3
negative?
overall. Yeah, totally.
He needs a
Okay,
nat
so-
20 then?
Yes, he does. That's a 5.
Mm.
Or a 2, yeah. So, what are you using to scry? As far as like
The mirror of the past.
the mirror past? Okay, using the
And
reflector mirror.
I'll have the pamphlet on the
Gotcha.
ground.
As you have the pamphlet on the ground, hold the mirror. The sensory orb appears inside of what looks like a quaint room, filled with brimming flowers and bushes. It's a beautiful space. It looks like a bedroom, and you see Alton kind of like taken off a lot of his like more official conservatory clothes, which you do see the jacket he was wearing at the event had a lot of like pamphlets stuffed into it, a lot of bags and pouches, which are now over like a chair, and he's just in like a light tunic, and you see he is writing in a notebook, it looks like, and he's got a bunch of signs made, and it looks like he's got some that have like fresh paint drying on them that are off to the side. Stop the uprooting, end the tyranny, save our city, and then you can see a couple of signs that are kind of like with a big X over them that look like he's kind of decided not to do them. One of them says, save a tree, kill a guard.
Oh,
And it's got a big X over it.
Yes.
And you see like you can look over the sentry looks over his shoulder, and you see he's writing in a book, and it looks like he's trying to get a manifesto together. Like he's like writing like tenets, writing like the Valertane Conservatory guide to saving the city. He's writing, and then he scribbles, rips it out, throws it away, starts writing again, runs a hand through his hair, which is still constantly moving. Yeah, he just seems to be doing some writing before bed, looks like.
Passionate.
Are there any does he seem to have like is there like a planner on his desk next to him, like a calendar with like a circle, like a
Oh, you wish.
thing, gotta do stuff on this day.
Outcast isn't known for its calendar of the month club, monthly calendars.
That's fair.
But give me a perception check or investigation, whichever you would like.
I would love to. 23.
Damn, 23 investigation. The investigation one was a higher DC, so that was pretty good. As the sensor, the scrying sensor kind of like goes in over his shoulder, you see as he's like flipping through the book does include like a planner of sorts. It's like his own personal journal of things to do. You see a couple of notes, one of which he keeps coming back to and kind of like taps his pen on it, like he's trying to think about what to do with it. And it says, Sister Nadine, last seen, and then like a date from like a week ago. And then there's like a question, there's like, it looks like kind of like the scribbles of not like a madman, but somebody who's very much frustrated. It says, Sisters of the Source, question mark, question mark, question mark. Key to saving the city, yes, no. He's got Governor Faustus Dellin schedule from guards. He's got like a bunch of different locations and dates. He turns a page. He looks like he's going over everything he can think of. One of the pages he turns over that you get a glimpse of says cult of animosity involved, question mark, yes, no. New supplier, and then you see like one word that's underlined 3 times. It says cold wind, and then question mark.
Okay.
There's a lot of different things you guys are seeing. You are seeing specifically. But with a 23 investigation, he keeps hovering over the word Sister Nadine. For whatever that's worth.
And then before Coldwind, it was new formula or like new source?
Yeah, new supplier, basically.
New supplier.
New supplier.
Okay. Right quick. Okay.
And as you're, how long do you watch for?
The full 10 minutes.
Full 10 minutes?
Yeah.
As you're still watching, eventually, you can hear through the sensor, right? Or is it just visible?
Yes, hear and see and hear.
See and hear. You hear the sound of like a knock, like dunk, 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 and you see him go, come in, and like he closes the book and like puts it in a drawer and closes it. And the sensor like turns over his shoulder, and you see what looks like a half-elven woman with like long, dark brown hair, like threaded into a braid, and she walks in. So, how did the day go? Did you get any more converts? And he's like, Haha, you laugh, but I actually did. There was a interesting group of people who came into town for the first time, and I think I gave them a good perspective on what the city is supposed to be. And they also looked armed, and they weren't really telling me what they were from, but one of them seemed really familiar. You see the half elf goes, huh? Well, just don't get them involved in whatever you're thinking, please. I'm tired of enough people getting hurt at this point. I told you, I'm on it. I'll figure this out. I'll stop the uprooting. You need to sit out of this. It's getting a little bit deeper than you know. He's like, I can't just sit by. The conservatory was created for this. We have to conserve the plants of this city. We have to conserve all of the different species, the genuses, the things we could do with this, that the heritage would be losing. And all for what? For him to turn a profit on some herbicide? It's short term. Think of what this city could do for him. I tried to go to him and tell him what the city could do for him financially. Not that I think we should be monetizing this stuff, but it's like he didn't care. And she's like, I know. I don't get it either, but it's not your problem, Alton. You're not a warrior. You're an herbologist. You take care of plants. You're a gardener who's decided to pick up his tools, and you're gonna get hurt. He's like, yeah, well, maybe that's how every uprising starts, is the farmers picking up their pitchforks and their torches, and she's like, and then what? Getting burned to a crisp by a fireball? He can hire people, Alton. He's got power. He's got connection. You see, like, Alton, like, sits down. He's like, I know, but I can't do nothing. I just... Have you heard from the sisters at all? And you see the half-elf shakes her head. It's not surprising, though. Sister Nadine was an unusual case. She shouldn't have even been in contact with you at all. I know, but if we could just get them on our side, the people would listen. They've always respected the sisters. If we can get them on our side, I swear I can turn this to our favor. She's like, well, fortunately, the Abbey's been closed up for at least a year now. Nothing we can do on that front. She gets some rest. Try to lay off the chants tomorrow. I don't know what's going on lately, but the city seems like it's on edge more than ever. Okay, fine. I'll take a day off. And you see, she goes, does that sign say save a tree, kill a guard? He goes, no. I'm just like, he like scrambles and like rips it. No, it was just an idea. God, Alton, I swear, I don't even know why I'm trying with you. I swear you're just a hopeless case. And she goes, I know, but you have no idea how much it means to me to have you on our side. The people respect you as much as I could ever. Thank you, Kribis. I appreciate you.
I know it was good.
She, as the sensor fades, area.
Lydia, you know someone named Kribis, right? You've mentioned that name before.
Yes.
Isn't that one of your members of the Lowland?
Lowland, yes.
Half-elven woman, dark hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Blah, 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 blah.
You explain.
My notes.
Oh, shit. That's all I say. Yes, this is something Curvis would do. Okay, yep. All right. Well.
Things are getting real dicey. He seems a little unhinged.
Paria?
Yeah.
I mean, a little.
I mean,
Heart's in a good place, though.
You've seen them now. Couldn't you message them?
I can message Kribis and Alton, yes.
Why?
Yes,
Well,
Should do that.
because you know them. I don't know.
I'll say, okay, yes.
I've kept in
It's-
contact with Kribis, but not for a while, so I didn't know anything about
Right,
this.
but so it sounds like something's going on. Kribis is trying to do something. Perhaps we could get more information if we could just talk to Kribis.
talk to either of them. Doesn't matter.
Well,
don't wanna
Mm.
make a big splash right away.
well, Paria, you
What do
said
you
that.
mean, Q? That's your thing. That's you make big splashes.
Yes, I
Anyways.
know.
Kids don't do big splashes.
So,
In the public district.
Kribis said not to get us involved, but Kribis doesn't know that you were one of the people.
Yeah.
If Kribis knew you were one, perhaps she would like nothing more than to have your help. I mean, you were with her for how many years?
A while.
Yeah. It was
She would trust you.
many a while, many
Yes.
a long time ago. Yeah.
She would know that
Who
you
are
were.
these sisters they're looking to try?
I know
I
that
have
was
no
weird.
idea.
It is not us.
Faction. A
Uh,
faction city.
Medea could give me a history check.
Sure.
Guidance.
I'm like, oh, you're guidancing me. Okay. Great. I love that. History.
Yeah.
Bleh.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
I came
No
here
idea.
to trade a lot of the
Yeah,
time.
no, this
not
is
so
up-
much.
So far out
Yep.
of what Medea would care about in the city.
Okay.
I'm assuming the Sisters of the Source lived in the Abbey that's been closed for a year.
Yep.
So
All the
it's,
way
Are
up
there
here in the
meetings?
Wellspring Abbey.
it's probably. Well, I don't. Never mind. I don't have a full map.
I have.
available.
Well, you guys don't have a physical map, but Medea knows the city layout.
Mhm.
That's why I'm providing
Look,
it.
I'll be like, it
since
was
I-
around this
has.
area, I think.
Yeah.
Is there an abb? Do you know of an abbey, Medea? A place of worship?
Yeah. Medea would be aware of everything on this map in terms of like just where they
Oh,
are
yes,
and what
mm.
they are, but
Yeah, I mean it's what on the eastern side? Eastern side? No,
northeast.
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 So
Yeah.
So we could go there tomorrow.
it was been closed up for a year. What's inside of there? Do you know?
Medea would know you would know what the common people would know, which is that the Wellspring Abbey is a cloistered convent of priestesses dedicated to Amita's teaching. They maintain the pure waters that flow throughout the town and pray for abundant rainfall for the abundant plant life. But yeah, that's about all you would know. Is that they are. It's a cloister. It's basically essentially nuns who don't go out of the abbey. They don't leave. They don't interact with the outside world.
They're loners.
I don't want to jump to conclusions, but
Who maintain the water, I guess.
if it's possible that things are trying to spread with hate. This is a bit of a logic jump, I know. But do you think could be another warehouse?
Warehouse.
Oh, from the Aurora. Probably. They got their mitts everywhere, it seems.
Yeah.
It
Was there
feels
any-
like it. And with a
Hmm.
new supplier, it could very well be that stuff we saw, that pure decay mixed with herbicide.
Well, I
Cult
mean,
was like kind of cultivated by them, right?
what was that?
It is a stretch, but just an idea.
Well, Kribis seems like she knew who he was and how he has connections. So maybe she know who he is. So
Maybe.
I'm gonna send a message.
Okay.
I'm sending a message to Kribis.
Okay.
Excuse me. All right.
Her last name is
Good.
Wild Fern.
It is indeed.
Good evening. Medea sends her regards. We just entered Balertania. She was wondering if you were here. She would love to catch up. That's it.
There is a pause, and then I see. Interesting coincidence. she can guide you to the conservatory in the morning. Let's talk.
Send another message because it's nighttime. Great. See you then. Have a pleasant evening. You guys are famous here. So cool. It's like celebrities all the time. Wow. Good night.
Wow.
There's actually not too much of a pause before you get, ugh, I know. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Have a good night. Tell Medea I said hello and good night. Looking forward to seeing her again.
I'm like, well, Medea, Kerbis says good night. I hope you're doing well, and she'll see you tomorrow.
Sure.
Okay.
I
Great.
haven't seen her in. Oh my goodness, how long has it been?
I don't know, but we're gonna go to the
20,
conservatory.
It's been a long time.
Also,
Okay.
she apparently hates being a celebrity like you.
Yeah. Well, she kind of took the whole thing over, so you know.
Kind of, yeah.
She kind of doesn't. She never really liked that kind of stuff. I love the attention.
No,
She's
you
kind of
liked the
reasonable.
attention?
Gasp. Yeah.
Who
I
could
just
have
give her, like,
guessed?
an eye.
Well,
Stink. Alright.
is there anything else anyone would like
Alright.
to accomplish in the evening?
Yes.
Of course. Why am I surprised?
I'm just gonna spend time scribing a scroll
Okay.
for
Area
however many
of the
hours.
night.
Yes. Should take
Make
note.
sure to note Perry and Avosi take 1 decay from their merc.
Yep, I did.
Right.
Don't worry. I have
Yep.
it.
Mercs.
About what time is it in the evening? when we
Oh,
talk to
well, with your
the
freaking
crone?
orb, it is 7:30 p.m. or something like that.
Great.
It's not
Um,
late. You guys have time in the evening to rest and talk. And
I'll say let's have an 8 o'clock breakfast. How about that?
What?
8 in the morning. We'll have breakfast at 8. Sleep in a little.
I mean,
Why?
I usually wake up when the sun wakes me up, so.
What time of year is it, Michael?
at this point, so when the campaign began, it was like fall. We've played through pretty much all of winter. It's getting to spring at this point.
Shit. I'm gonna start waking up earlier.
Like,
So
this campaign
sun
has been
comes up
running
around, what,
like
7?
7 maybe at the latest. It's not quite spring yet.
Mm.
The campaign began at like the beginning of
Autumn.
fall, like October, and
Like
it's
today.
well, yeah, like 2 years ago around this time of year we started the campaign. And over the course of
Jeez.
two real life years, you guys have gotten about almost like 8 months of game.
Nice.
So it's like what,
April?
April roughly? Maybe even June. It might even be summer almost.
Mm.
Let's just
No,
say
no.
it's like May.
Okay.
Still pretty springy.
Okay.
So 7 o'clock is when the sun comes up.
Sure.
Great. All right. I will.
All right, well,
Stay
give
up
me
till
time to
11.
get everything on.
Okay. So you can get your full.
4 hours. Yeah. So I want 8 hours.
Got it.
Oh,
I see.
okay.
You don't have to rise with the sun necessarily. But
I know,
that's
but
up
these
to you.
people do want to eat breakfast so early.
That's true.
It's fine.
You
Okay.
don't have to. We
Um,
just let you
so-
sleep.
Cute.
I'll
Yes.
go get up early.
Sue would like to send a message with her stone to Pizane.
Oh. Right. Sure.
Hey, Pizane, you still up?
Are you talking to the rock right now, or are you
No, it's in
just
my head.
mentally? Okay.
In your head.
Okay.
There is no reply.
Darkishon,
Mm-hmm.
our messages into Barnest blocked.
Not typically. Why?
What do you
Oh.
do?
I just tried to message Pizane and he didn't reply.
Hmm.
Huh? Say huh?
Could be Could be busy. It's a different time of day over there.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
We're in the opposite side of the world.
It's
Quite so,
also
it's-
possible that they took all of his things.
That is also
Mm.
possible.
Uh,
Shit.
Medea, you could try the earring. They may not have taken that.
They probably detected magic on it. They probably.
True.
Well, I'm not gonna stay up worrying about it. Like, just under the bed.
I
I like this
Thank
one. She is
you.
very practical. And Sinar Kashan is like, well, I suppose I shall sleep as well. Whatever comes tomorrow, it should be interesting.
If nothing else, you get entertainment, right?
I was promised fucking over a politician, so we'll see.
Good night.
Good night. All right. So, is there anything else the party would like to accomplish in the evening? Describing your scroll.
Question for this
Yes.
room we're in. How are there plants in the actual room that have grown from the outside?
No, there's not room. No, there's not plants
Okay.
inside the building from outside. It's a
Okay.
sealed building. There's windows you can open. It does look like they have pruned back the vines from the windows just to make sure that it's an inn. People want to have windows. There is a standard of living. It's not just you're in a
Okay.
forest.
Okay. Darn. All right. I'm
Um,
good.
I mean, you could open a window and there's probably plants on the windowsill.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good though. I'm good.
Okay.
It's
All right.
less direct what I can do. Anyways.
Gotcha. Party gets a full rest. Redo any spell slots or magic item recharges that you need to. Vosia and Perry take their 1 decay. And in the morning, you guys wake up and feel refreshed and ready for whatever the hell today is going to bring. And I'm going to go use the restroom.
Okay.
Perry, are you gonna just do the laundry on us?
Sure am.
Okay.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every morning.
I have like a
Oh.
reduced version of talking to plants.
You should talk to some plants.
I can't understand back. It's like
Oh.
Hey, you have comprehend
Well,
languages.
let's say,
Yeah.
no,
You have a language?
it's not quite speak with plants.
Link
882. 882. Where's the thing? Where's the merchant?
882.
Merchant, where art thou? And the thing. There it is. 882. 2 immovable rods and 1 potion of healing. Come on.
Ooh, movable rods can be quite useful.
2.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so as you guys wake up to your breakfast of chickpeas, meat, potatoes, and various other things, what do you guys want to do with this day?
Well, we
Oh,
wanted to go do the stuff we had to do.
We're going to meet Medea's friend, right?
Yeah, I mean, after breakfast, I don't have anything else.
Okay.
Can I ask the innkeeper how they prune back their plants?
Oh, what a strange question. Yes, we hire someone to come out once a week, as has kind of become the new norm around here. They come over with the ladder, they trim them back, and they make sure they don't grow back for a little while. It's quite convenient, actually. We used to have to do it ourselves, and the roots here are very tough and resilient. And the blacksmiths got so much money out of all those different shears we had to keep having resharpened.
Oh,
You say it's a new thing? Like this wasn't. When
There's
did
been
this start?
oh
This new
goodness.
industry.
Well, I didn't get on it for a little bit. I'm a little old-fashioned, but gosh, it must be 6-7 months ago now.
Yep. Okay.
Hmm.
Great. Thanks. great. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you. The chickpeas were delicious.
Oh, you're so welcome. Come again. Okay. So. Just check something real quick. Oh, right. There we go. All right. So as you guys head out from the Towering Tulips Inn, as you step outside, it's a little bit more busy. It's now morning, people coming and going. There's a lot more hustle and bustle. And you do see on like a nearby street corner, as you guys aren't too far from the city square, you see somebody has like wheeled out a cart, like a hand cart, set it down, and has like a like almost like a pop-up shop kind of thing on the corner, with a bunch of different vials set up on racks, and has Governor Dellen's patented herbicide. 50 silver a bottle.
50 silver a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So
And you see, like, there's not a lot of people coming over for it. At first, it feels like there's a lot of people walking by. Like they look at the price and go, kind of like keep going. And then you see what looks like one or two people in like nicer clothes stop by, like flick a gold at him, takes 2 bottles, keeps walking. Just seems like a kind of casual shop.
I would like to purchase 2 for a gold as well.
Sure. As you, Voices, yeah, sure, I can do that. So, Mira, you come up, give us a gold, 2 little vials. You get yourself 2 doses of herbicide. Avosi will buy one himself, 50 silver, and he'll step aside and he'll cast Identify. Let me.
Is that
I'm
what you were
gonna,
thinking, Medea?
No, I was gonna say we buy them all out.
Good.
I mean, we could.
You could afford it.
How much gold?
They're
I'll go.
50
I'll
silver
walk
apiece,
up
so-
For
to
the
the dude.
whole. So,
I'll be like,
yeah.
Their whole stash there at the
Oh,
stall. All
my
of
gosh,
it.
my house is just overrun, and I cannot deal with this anymore. How much? For the
Tell
whole
me
thing?
about it. The whole. I'm sorry.
Whole
What?
thing.
Miss, I'm.
Whole thing.
Well, I assure you won't need quite that
Oh,
much for
no,
your
all of it.
whole.
I need all of it.
Give me a persuasion check.
No
real
problem.
quick.
Come on.
12. It's not terribly high. You're offering to buy his wares. It's not like he needs to be really won over. He's like, certainly. Certainly. He like looks under his counter, like pulls out a couple of like crates that were under like the counter, like in the cart. At 2 vials for 1 gold, there is about 100 gold worth here for 200 vials
Okay.
at his shop.
Holy shit.
I'll pay him 100 gold.
So about 5 or 6 like milk
I have
crate
your
just like.
cart?
ching, ching. Well, I need this to restock,
Oh.
unfortunately. But you know, I'm sure someone with pockets like yours could probably find a cart for sale. And he'll set the crates on the ground. He's like, you must have one overgrown house for
Oh, you
all of
have
this.
no idea.
Just keep it. Just don't overuse. You'll need a couple drops per vine stem or segment. If you know where the roots are on your house, like the specific, like the actual roots are, not the vines, a whole bottle at the roots will kill the whole thing real quick. You probably don't need.
Yes, I
No,
do.
who am
Thank
I?
you so much.
Is
Now,
the
if I
others
need
that are-
more, where can I find more?
You could probably go to the city square, where there are more of us there. I'll have more.
Are you like a licensed group? Or is this like
This
are
is
you-
through Governor Dellen's outreach program to the city to free up the infrastructure and to add economic growth to the city again. You know, all the plants ripping up the streets and causing all the property damage. It's really no good for everything.
property damage?
I will.
Tell me about it.
Yes, I will have. I could probably go and be back in an hour with a few more crates. He's like looking at the 100 gold in his hand. Like, yeah, I could probably do that.
Where's your warehouse? I can just come to you. That way I
Oh, I'm sorry. Even for someone with as wonderfully deep pockets as yours, we can't really discuss things like that with the clientele. But our main main sale area is usually the city square, the city market. You could find a dozen more of carts like mine if you have that much money.
I guess. Thank you. That'll be all. You made it.
And see, he immediately like picks up like kind of like wheelbarrow, like kicks some stands away and starts like wheeling the cart away, down towards the west.
Down towards the west.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Kind of in like this direction.
Mike.
Yeah.
As he walks away, I would like to uncork one, and
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I
don't
want
make it
to flow my.
He's still casting Identify at this point.
I want to
by the way.
flow my aura into it and see if there's any weird reaction.
Okay. How much aura do you put into it?
Just a point.
Hey.
Okay. Single point of aura into it. You hear a faint sizzling sound, but nothing else.
Sizzle. There's a reaction. There's a chemical reaction.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Peria, however you plan to transport it, maybe bag of holding, I don't
holding.
know. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
back of holding.
I
Just
mean,
sort of
that
like
was just my idea.
bag,
You didn't
then
have to
make
go
it
with
disappear.
Yes. Well,
I will
just
say
wanted
with
to-
200 vials, I mean, do you keep the crates
in
as
the
well, or?
I mean, I would feel like I would have to.
Okay, that's gonna hit your capacity on weight for the
Yeah.
bag.
Just
I'll let you do all of it, but then that bag is full.
I'm just carrying them. I'm sure they're not that heavy.
Yes,
I
they
don't
are.
want to walk around the city with crates of
Right.
herbicide.
It
No.
is 6 crates, 6 crates of herbicide, roughly.
Well, we're
Um,
giving this to the people as a sign of good faith, right?
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I'll empty the bag out later. It's fine.
Okay.
Just get there. Put everything.
Mira, were you doing anything else with yours?
Yeah, I wanted to just do like a nature check on the herbicide itself.
Sure.
I mean, Becky
Well-
has an evil
For one.
idea.
Okay.
Becky has an
Unfortunately, Mira, natural one or otherwise, what you figure is there's nothing natural about whatever this is. It is designed to kill nature. It's
Yeah.
not
Mm.
natural.
all those chemicals.
Yeah.
Idea. What were you gonna
Yeah.
say? You had an
Oh,
evil
no.
idea?
Medea has evil ideas.
Okay.
But it would hurt the people, and that would.
Ah.
Is it dumping this into the water?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on to
Oh
you.
Lord!
Oh
But-
god.
But we
Fix the
steal the
problem.
robe. We steal
It's like the
robes
tea party.
first. Yeah.
Oh
That's
Lord!
the tea party. But not
Yeah,
really.
but with a lot more sick people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we steal the
Alright.
crimson robes and make it so people see that somebody's doing it, and
Oh,
people will hate them, and then everyone will love the herb pro people.
Maybe.
And then
Maybe.
the city will explode into flame and
Either way,
death
it's gonna
and
happen.
destruction, and then
I mean, if
President
Yeah,
gets
I mean,
stronger 'cause
a
everyone
A
Yeah.
fire in
conflict.
this town would be
Yeah.
so bad.
Mm.
So Avosi
Animals.
spends his minute casting Identify.
Mm.
And
Classic.
it's choose one object you must touch. If it's magic or has magic imbued, you learn its properties. Okay. He
Mm.
learns that this vial is effectively, he's not sure how, he can't identify how it was created or like the fundamentals of it, effectively a blight spell.
Holy
Oh.
shit!
Like the plants.
Yeah.
Boo.
So whatever this is sprinkled on, effectively is the spell Blight, which is a 4th level necromancy
Interesting.
Why
that
isn't it?
targets plants. It does even more.
Just plants.
I
You can do people too.
Yay.
Yeah, basically, blight insta-kills plants.
If it's a plant, it does
Oh.
way more damage.
Patty, I'm gonna need a few of those.
Yeah, I know you want them for your arrows.
Blight arrows.
I already know.
Withers and dies. Oh
Mhm.
shit!
Oh, sister.
What? It's
I get it.
That's great.
It is.
Yeah, if it's a non-magical plant, it just dies.
Oh.
hmm.
Well, if you
It's
ever
kinda
fight
messed up, though.
fleshies, we'll be fine.
How would that affect your? How would that affect your bow, sister? You have
Oh,
to string it back, right? I
well,
wouldn't do that.
You put on
that
the arrow.
put it on the metal arrow tip.
Just
But,
make sure that metal arrow does not touch the bow.
Slap it on.
Well, I have another idea, but I need to find a glass blower.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, okay.
I like
okay.
it.
Narkashan looks over at the vials and is like, So why did we purchase? I suppose you purchased. Why did you purchase 200 vials of this?
Well, one seems very suspicious.
We don't want them.
Yes,
having it.
buying
No.
200 vials does seem a little suspicious.
No, I just meant the vials themselves. It's new. It's only been
Yes.
introduced 6 to 7 months ago.
Hmm.
And if we need a bargaining chip to say, look, we're friends of the conservator. We bought out this one guy. Here you go. You know.
Yes.
Bad idea.
Maybe they can create some kind of antidote or something for it.
Paria, could I have
Somebody
like
comes in.
8 of
puts them on.
those?
Sure.
Thanks.
You want 10? So there's an even number? Why would you pick 10?
Well, 8 because I bought 2 myself.
Oh,
It's her
right.
favorite number. She likes that number.
192.
Narkashan will take 2.
190, thank you for my sanity.
Like, she's like holding up to the light, kind of shaking it. It's strange consistency.
Or I could start upcharging it, make a profit. Never know.
Cutthroat.
That's actually kind of an idea.
Well, very.
Yeah. Moving on.
Business area.
Put my business hat. Take
Yeah.
it off.
So,
Just know where we're going.
yes,
Oh,
Medea knows where to go. So
Know
as you
Where to go?
As you guys pick up from this encounter with the salesman, I'll give Megan a moment. But you guys begin to head your way around towards the Rainmakers district, where the flowers at the top of the roofs seem to die off a bit as this edge of the town seems to get less sunlight in general, thanks to being a little bit closer to the mountains. And there aren't as many like 3 or 4 foot wide flowers at the top of the buildings. Still plenty of overgrowth and plant life, but it seems like it's the overgrowth and gardens district that have the most actual sunlight, and therefore the giant flowers. But still, you guys have to kind of like step over roots grown in the middle of the path. You pass by a number of houses with people up on ladders chopping away at sections and then spraying this herbicide over the exposed bit that then shrivels up and dies away from the window. Who has the highest passive perception? Still Medea?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your passive? It's like 18.
18.
You can notice that some of the places you're building passing that don't have somebody like on a ladder, it looks like they have a bunch of sections of routes that have already been like maybe like a day or two previously like pulled back away from windows and doors and killed. You do notice one building that you see somebody is getting a ladder set up at and is starting to climb. There is already like a root near a window, and you actually see it slowly spreading, like growing towards the window. And you see he comes up, it's like, no, you don't, and chops it, and then sprays it again, and it just curls back.
Okay, that guy's violent. It was just creeping up there and then chop. It's kind of sad though.
It is, but let's go talk with your friend and
Okay.
see what we can
Yeah,
learn.
I'm not having any negative interactions with these people. If I can help it.
And
Super
you
quick.
reach, yes,
The
absolutely.
vials. Do they
Yeah.
have an insignia? Does the cork have like a stamp on it? Is it
They do. They have a stamp of what looks like a very artistic D on them. Probably for Dellin, Governor Dellin.
Is it like embossed on like the vial on the cork? Is it like a
It looks like
wrapper?
it looks like it's embossed on the vial itself. Like part of the glass is a little bit like raised in the shape of the D.
Dang it. It's harder to forge.
A little bit, yeah.
That's
Just get-
smart.
Just get new vials.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the same vial. But yeah.
No, I meant like make more of those. I have an idea. We'll move on.
Oh, that would be a lot harder to replicate, yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, you guys reach what? Yeah, at the edge of the Rainmakers District, near the base of the Valor Peaks at the edge of town, you actually find a very tall building with a lot of like spires that lead up to have like all these different vines that grow up to various different flowers that even get some sunlight this close to the Valor Peaks. And a lot of glass domed roofs of greenhouses and a explosion of different colors within. It appears to be the Valertane Conservatory, which Medea knows a little about. You may have come here with Kribis now and then. They do sell some herbs. It is open to the public. It's primarily what would be considered like a plant library. You can't really check out plants, but they allow people to donate different plant species. They have a lot of different rare plants in here. They act more like the Athenium in the capital, but instead of knowledge, they're just keeping plants safe.
Big ass greenhouse.
A big ass greenhouse, exactly. And as you come to the front entrance, you do see there is like a not Kribis, but a full elven woman with like long blonde hair at the front, who is currently sweeping up some of like the multitude of petals and flowers that are just littering the walkway.
The upkeep of that.
Oh yeah. And she's like, never ends, always, never ends. Keeps sweeping.
Yes, but the petals are good for dyes.
There are many uses, admittedly. Welcome to the conservatory. Are you looking for anything specific today?
Oh yes, we're looking for Kribis. Do you know where she is?
Oh, Miss Wildfern is, I believe, speaking with Alton this morning. Right. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to say
She's
that.
expecting us.
Oh, are you with the movement? I haven't really been keeping up with it. I'm so sorry. Yes, through the back on the left, by the lattice leaf exhibit, just you'll find them. You'll probably hear Alton this time of morning.
Okay. Thank you.
And what was it? Root the upstopping or something. And she goes back to
I'm not gonna correct her. She's busy. She's a busy lady.
yeah, she seems like the one who's actually doing the work here. It is like goes back to cleaning, and as you guys walk in the conservatory, there are many different types of plants and flowers lining the walkway. They all look like common wildflowers for the most part. You do see a lot of greenhouses that have locked doors, it looks like, leading to far more exotic plants in various sections and cages. And there is a counter you guys pass that does have what looks like a young half-elven woman working at it. Not Kribis either, but she just kind of like nods and smiles and waves as you go by, and it looks like kind of like a shop counter, like an apothecary of sorts that has lots of different things on display. There's an information booth that you guys pass by that has pictures of various different plants and a little bit of like a blurb about each of them beneath it. This place genuinely has the feel of like a public library, but for plants is the general feel.
It's a plant zoo.
And you see there is like what looks like a glass wall with a word that says like lattice leaf exhibit that she mentioned you passed by, and there is a large flowering bush of like 3-pointed leaves that are translucent behind there, and you can already hear a voice echoing down the hall. It's like, so okay, what sounds better? Stop the uprooting or uproot the uprooting? Like, turn it back against them. And it's like, that's just going to get them confused, Alton. Like, we don't want the uprooting. We want to stop the uprooting. Right! That's why we use their own terms against them. It's the best strategy. It's confusing. We need something simple. That's why stop the uprooting is straight to the point. Yeah, but it's not very catchy. It's like, it doesn't have to be. And you follow the voices to the back,
Yeah.
where you see a sort of like open atrium with a small fountain, where you see Alton gathering together large piles of signs that he's getting ready to, like, bring out, maybe distribute throughout the town. You don't see any of the save a tree, kill a guard signs. A lot of them are very
Good.
peaceful. And you do see, and I'll put both of their pictures in the NPCs for your guys' reference.
Mhm.
One sec. Is it? Oh gosh. Well, I don't know where Alton's is, but I can get Kribis at least. There it is. All right, I will post Kribis in the NPCs.
Mhm.
And let me grab it.
Ooh.
Oh, that's why, because I named him something weird. That makes sense. Need him Conservator Altan rather than just Altan. So, these two individuals are standing by the fountain and seem to be conversing as you guys walk in, and you see Alton kind of like stop and turns like, and when he was, sorry, I didn't realize we were open already. Gosh, she really needs to stop letting people in this earlier. Sorry. Looks to the signs. I'll be with you in just a moment. And you see, like, Kribis turns to him and goes, "It's fine." Looks back to you all. Medea.
Been a while.
It's been some time. And she
I
comes
just, like,
over and embraces.
It's one of
Gentle.
those
Very gentle, very,
Kinda.
very much
yeah.
so.
Mhm.
Which of you is the one I spoke with last night? I have you to thank for the heads up. Thank you. I think I would have done something unseemly if Medea had just shown up out of nowhere. I hadn't expected to see you again, honestly, after everything. But it's a wonderful surprise. What brings you back to the Lowlands?
Oh, well, honestly, this guy.
Looks over to Alton. See, Alton's like, I knew I recognized you. You were with the frontal assault team. Like, yes. Yes, she was. Was. Doesn't really exist anymore, really. It's just kind of me. But, yes, she did. So this must be the group you mentioned. Yes, they're the ones that were interested. They're new to town, and so wait, you're here for me? Oh, you're here to join! You're here to join! Wonderful, okay. Oh, thank goodness, I think this is a sign. If we have two members of the Lowland Frontal Assault team, surely we'll be able to make a difference. And calm down, Alton. Alton, why don't you gather your signs and go and do your thing? I'll handle them from here. Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, I gotta go and I gotta distribute to the people. All right. See you all in the city square. Noon today. It'll be a huge rally. It's like, sure.
Rally. The rally of blood. No.
Probably.
He's like, as like Alton like picks up his signs and like kind of storms off. She's like,
He's very passionate.
he's very passionate, and that's the problem. Is he's a bit of an idiot. He doesn't understand what he's getting himself into.
Yeah, full disclosure, we're actually here because his sister sent us to stop him, from getting himself hurt.
I couldn't say it better myself, Q.
His sister,
Yeah.
the
She wants him
inscriber.
That
Yeah.
is correct.
Mhm.
Huh. I didn't know they were still talking. Maybe they're not. Maybe that's why she sent you. Well, good luck with that. I've been trying to get him to drop this ridiculous campaign for weeks now. I heard about it when I was stopping by for a resupply, and I couldn't help but get involved. He's got a lot of heart in the right place, but I don't think he understands what he's up against. This governor is dangerous. People have disappeared already.
Disappeared.
Yes,
Overly zealous, a little
Mm.
aggressively zealous.
that's been this country for a while now, I'm afraid.
Mm.
So, who are these people, Medea? Is this your new group?
I'll introduce them.
Okay.
Basically, I'll just be like, "This is my sister."
Mira, it is so
Yes.
good to meet you. It comes over and like a little bit more enthusiastic than she's been for the last few minutes. I have heard so much about you, and I've always wondered what it would be like.
Ah,
I've been told you have interests in the druidic arts.
Sorry. Oh god.
You're really
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Make
Did I say that wrong?
No, you're fine.
All that meat from this morning.
Yeah, worst time to choke on my spit.
Pretty bad time. Pretty bad time.
Oh god. Yes, I do. I can actually talk to plants to an extent.
Wonderful. Well, then your help will be very useful here. It's good to have you all on this. I wanted to say mission, but it's really not even a mission. It's just idiocy. But I actually do have a hope to save this city from itself. Alton's just trying to win the hearts of the people at this point.
Do you?
So what's your plan then?
Oh, I'm sorry. If I said plan, that's wrong. I didn't mean I had a plan. I just want to help the city. I've kind of hit a roadblock, though. I have no real hard evidence on anything or anyone's activities in the city, but I'm about 90% certain it has something to do with that ridiculous cult that keeps popping up around the country. They've made a lot of waves here lately. Although, thankfully, most of the people seem to stay away from them and come to Alton's cause. But, I don't know. I still feel like they're involved.
I get the feeling you are right.
Well, maybe it might help if we told you that we figured out that the herbicide they're using is basically liquid blight.
Yes, I'm aware. I've done my own investigations into the herbicide. It's somehow they've managed to concentrate the effects of a spell into it's like making a potion, but different. I haven't been able to figure out a way to recreate it or anything. I reached out to a colleague of mine who should be stopping by the city sometime in the next few days. Hopefully she'll have a bit more insight into this. But no, for now, I've just been trying to investigate this cult's activities, thinking they must be involved somehow.
What would make Alton happy enough to abandon?
Well, these people to be gone.
That's
for one,
hard.
Herbicide.
Whatever his sister is paying you, it better be worth it because he's pretty committed to this place.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Well, save killing Dellen, there's not much I can think of.
See, I told you that was the
What
plan,
about
guys.
removing the herbicide?
That's
supply?
that's a tall order.
I mean, they'll just make more, right?
Well, if you figure out the secret formula, the secret ingredient,
Source.
and destroy it, or hold on to
If
it.
you can find a way to counteract the effects of the herbicide, certainly would help. He
Well, here.
definitely feels that that's the real villain here, is this. I mean, he's not wrong. It is a powerful blight spell that gets cast, and it affects the roots that are attached to all the other roots here. If enough herbicide is used in one district for too long, I'm afraid it's going to have a lasting effect on the flora here.
We could also take out the supplier.
If you can find out who that is, that certainly would help. I see. She kind of looks over to Medea. I've done my runs through Coldwind recently. I haven't found much, but it's where I would expect they're running most of it from. They don't have any above ground routes I can see. I've tried to track. Honestly, the shops just sort of appear in town, which means they must be coming from somewhere else, some other aspect I haven't thought of.
What's
Or-
Coldwind?
If
Cave.
either Coldwind or does the Abbey go underground?
The Abbey.
Is that a town?
Coldwind.
For those not from here, as part of me, Chris, what is Coldwind?
Oh, sorry. Coldwind is. I forgot. Sorry, it's kind of a local thing. There's a large cave to the west of here, known as Coldwind. It's a series of tunnels and connects to the Underelk, but it is different from the Underelk. It is its own entity. It is a massive labyrinthian system of caves, and me and Medea spent a lot of time there together. A lot of
You're
time.
comfortable navigating Coldwind, then,
Comfortable?
Medea.
A little excessively comfortable, I think.
Yeah, a little too much.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, remember that time? Goal. Oh gosh. I remember that time. No, I don't.
I miss
No.
Goal.
I miss Goal.
And Dosh.
And Dosh.
What happened to the rest of your guys' group, anyways?
Well, unfortunately, not all races are created equal. They do not all live quite as long as we do.
Yeah.
Right. I keep forgetting that she is like over 100 years old. She doesn't look it.
No, she does not, and that is the
Neither
wonderful
do you.
benefit. Well, okay, you're just being kind. Then I am only half what you are, and I am starting to show it a bit. But
You still look amazing.
well, I know.
We stroked each other's egos a lot. okay?
Absolutely. I have no doubt. You two kept each other in boss bitch mode all the time.
So Coldwind,
Smack
you
those
feel
boys
like
around.
you've explored it all. There's,
All? No, I don't think
Well, as
anyone can
far
say
as
they've
no.
explored all of Coldwind, but
but you feel comfortable that Coldwind is not housing your supplier.
if it is, they have found a new route that I have never explored.
There's a lot of monsters there too.
Yes, quite a bit. It would be very dangerous for them.
Yes.
Are they of the plant variety?
Not typically, no.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you
Sounds
have,
like a cold place.
It is
oh,
pretty
that's
cold
fair.
under there, yes.
Okay,
Windy.
Very windy and cold.
Windy and cold.
Had a name for a
That's the
reason.
name.
Ah.
But you mentioned the Abbey. Why do you bring up the Abbey? That's
Well,
Oh, you're
Yeah,
back.
why do you
sister.
bring it up?
it was closed months ago, which kind of aligns
A
a year ago.
right?
how long have you been in town? Alton said you arrived
You know-
yesterday. You learned that in a day?
Yes. Hugh is Paria is very good at gathering information.
That's actually very impressive. Not too many people know about the Abbey's closure. I didn't want to spread rumors, but the already cloistered Abbey, it's already been very secretive, has been even more closed off.
If that was closed a year ago, and then the herbicide appeared a few months after that, does that not seem suspicious?
I mean, a lot of things happen in a year. Are you trying to suggest the sisters are producing?
When was the governor instated? About
Uh,
8 months ago?
About 8 months ago since Raisana passed. Duchess Raisana Valentine died on the train.
Right.
Forks.
Felix
Yeah,
was
you know about
actually the last
that.
person she met.
Mm.
You took the necklace off of her corpse, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Maybe
Yes.
the
Season
sisters are
two.
being forced to make
Yep.
the herbicide.
I'm
I'm-
assuming we're not allowed to go to this abbey though. It's kind of restricted section.
I mean, yes, it's cloistered. especially to well, she looks around the group, sees Avosi, and goes, "Hi." Like, well, I was going to say it wasn't too much of a problem as they only allow women to enter, but
Well, that's okay. We can make that.
We can remedy that.
We can fix that.
Avosi's like, "I'm sorry, what?"
It's cosmetic. Don't worry.
I just opened my makeup pack.
Oh God.
We have arcane means of doing it.
I
as
haven't.
well.
Well,
I shut it again.
well. It's funny. It's funny you mention the Abbey. It's a weird coincidence. Alton's been going on about the Abbey lately too.
Huh.
He has a contact from within. One of the sisters, who is definitely not supposed to be contacting anyone from the outside world, has been meeting with him.
Oh.
Yes.
Where did they meet?
I don't know the specifics. Alton's very. I have a hunch there's a little bit of a romantic thing going on between them, which I told him is so very stupid. But someone named Nadine, I believe. She's a sister of the Abbey, and he could tell you more about it, I'm sure. But that's such a weird coincidence. You really do gather information quickly.
Very
It's
well.
good then.
I pay a lot of money, and I'll just open the bag of holding. And I'll take out the 6 crates of
What?
herbicide.
Oh, Perry.
If you
Well,
could-
you're not
She did
kidding.
buy them. She bought the one stall out though.
I did.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Well, it's off
I
the
don't know
streets
if-
at least.
This
Mm.
will be helpful for your investigation of how to, I don't know, make a counter reagent.
I'm no out. Well,
I don't know if that
when-
colleague of yours.
when my
is-
colleague comes into town, we may be able to work something out. She's got some experience with this sort of thing.
Who is your colleague?
Another druid. I only heard of her recently. She's not native to the
Naren?
Dane, but how informed
Oh,
are you?
Naren! Oh.
Look, it just. I'm actually an honorary member of the Circle of something. I forget what.
Circle of Elkest.
A Circle of
Right.
Elkest. I'm an honorary druid.
Never heard of it, but
Talk to Naren. She started the whole thing.
She's amazing. She's
She is
trustworthy.
wonderful.
yes, I've heard of Naren. She's been
you'll love
traveling the
her.
world and
She's probably
heard
working on the ley lines.
something about that. She mentioned
Yes.
something about ley lines. Well, I don't know why I'm surprised. Medea's part of this.
Mhm.
You would always stay with those in the know. This is reminding me of old days. Well, listen, if you want to explore this wellspring option, you'd want to talk to Alton. He's the only one I can think of that has had any contact with the wellspring lately. If you come to a dead end, though, I'm supposed to be meeting a contact in 2 nights' time at the city square. If you would like to accompany Medea, I wouldn't say no to having the backup.
I'm your backup.
Very well. Then I suppose I should get going. I have my own investigations to continue, and sounds like we're aligned, though.
Absolutely. As always.
Does anyone else want any of these vials before we walk away?
No,
I kinda
but
don't want any blood in my bag.
I know this might be a weird question. Is there a glass blower in town?
Yes, certainly. I don't know any by name, but I'm sure there's got to be somebody in town who would. I mean,
I have to
How
think
else
of
do you
something.
make all these vials?
yes. Well, the Alton would probably have more knowledge. We have a lot of. Looks up the glass ceiling. A lot of glass here. Probably have a supplier in town. I don't know anyone off the top of my head, though.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You might check the Green Thumb. It's a city. It's a small apothecary in the garden districts. They would probably have a supplier for all the vials they need. So
All right.
Sounds good.
Green thumb.
Green thumb.
The green thumb.
very well.
Checkers
Okay,
thumb.
so you guys are at the conservatory. You've met with Kribis, who's given you
Yep.
some leads.
Mm-hmm.
What would the party like to do?
We would like
I'm gonna go find Alton, ask him how to get to the Abbey.
What's our
Go to
what's our
the
means
fountain.
of making a Vosi female?
I have
Hmm.
seeming.
Oh, you've seeming.
That's true.
Alright, you do. You have that. Does my thing do? Does my vanity do anything for with?
No. Well, I mean, it has like presets. I'm pretty sure.
Woman.
Is one of them female?
One of them-
But it's a
one-
random.
It's
Yeah.
That's
random.
the thing.
There's a man. There's one that's androgynous.
Yeah, because of pocket identity.
There's two.
Just elf human. But a tiefling woman. If you get number
Yeah.
5.
5 or 1.
5 or 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have to get lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's a D6.
Well, she
Or
can
most
do
you can just sit out. It's up to you.
it. Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You can explore a bit, you know.
Because also mine's just physical. It doesn't necessarily say it affects voice.
Hmm.
So it's really just clothing.
She's mute.
Clothing. Do you know sign language of Bosie?
I don't, but it's fine. I can just not talk. It's okay. I could also just not go if that's
Yeah, whatever.
easier. But
But stay away from the
Just have
crazies,
to.
and you'll be all right. Just
sure. Yeah.
around or
Maybe a Vos. Oh, I guess Mira. What do you want with a glass blower?
Oh.
wants to make arrows with
Well.
stuff in it. Knowing her.
So,
Hollow
I had this great idea.
arrowheads?
Yes, exactly. Make hollow arrowheads and be able to
Uh-oh.
pour the liquid into it.
Seems like it'd really mess with the aerodynamics.
I mean,
If you fill
I-
it to
I
the
kind of
brim,
see
it
where
looks
you're going.
solid.
yeah.
If
I kind of
it's
see where you're going
if
with
you
it.
make it the glass thin enough, it will break on impact.
It's terrifying.
It is.
Kind of terrifying.
love
that
it.
idea.
I'm going there.
Okay.
So, because you want to see if that would.
I want to see if they
Work
Well,
on
can.
it's gonna probably take a couple days to make.
Yes.
we were
Well,
going
we're
in a
going to
couple
be
days.
here for a couple
A couple days.
days.
So let's go to the Green Thumb. This is commission
I'll
for
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some-
You guys know that
Hold
Alton.
on.
Okay. Yes, Q.
So, do you want to make these arrows to use against people?
Yes.
Bad
Do
people.
we even know
see?
if this stuff works on people?
No.
I mean, the Vosi identified it, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, basically
Can I
casts
borrow
blight.
that potion? Can I see that potion?
Q, are you
Yeah,
willing to
sure.
test if I pour it on you?
I'm just
Sure.
gonna
So hold
smash
her
it
hand
on
out.
Q.
Okay.
Do
if Q's willing to be a volunteer,
Okay.
Q, you're gonna
I
scar your knife.
pour it over Q's arm.
All right, Q.
Her
Uh,
arm is scarred
As
now.
the like, it by the way, it's a like clear water. It almost looks like an alcohol solution, like it's just perfectly clear. As it pours over your hand, there is a slight stinging sensation.
Ow.
Quick, get some water, wash it off.
Nothing else.
Run her to a basin.
Shakes her arm.
Let's fizzle it all.
It
It
stings
fizzles a
bit.
little bit, yeah.
Mm.
It's kind of got like an acidic like tinge, but it's
Oh.
not.
Is it like what's that? Hydrogen peroxide.
Peroxide.
Kinda,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
It stings a bit, but
As it passes by, like as it drips off your hand and hits the cobblestones, a number of like little like twigs and
Oh,
roots
no.
just
Okay,
like
don't do
die
that anymore.
in a circle around Q.
oops.
All right, all right.
Walk away. Walk away.
Well, perhaps it has to be, you know. I don't imagine this would be good in the bloodstream. Are you willing to test that, Q?
You're
Sister?
insane.
I know.
She kind of is.
You know-
you can go on your own.
They're chemicals.
You're
You
right.
don't put chemicals
That's
in
right,
blood.
which is why I want to put it into an
do you
arrow
mean? I
that
drink-
will
I drink
pierce the
alcohol all the
body and get the substance in the body, you know, where it can do damage. And if not, then I will save it in case we go against any horrible plant monster.
Whatever.
Q, look,
Squabble kind of like the old days, yeah.
I like my arrows, and this gives me utility. Don't take my one joy in life.
You kill it. This is pointless.
Well, why don't we
Why
I
don't
mean,
they go
stop
over?
by the city
Yeah.
square. Do that first since it's on the way, right, Medea? Because I
Mhm.
totally know where the map is.
I will direct you.
And then we go to the Green Thumb.
Sounds
Cool.
good to me.
To the city square.
That's like, wow,
Okay.
wasted time.
So, as you guys head through the city,
Say bye to Kribis.
say bye to Kribis, who heads out on her own path through the city, her own little investigation into the uprooting. You guys pass by again a number of people clipping and burning away vines. A lot of you find probably like 5 or 6 more carts on city streets, each with crates of this stuff that are being hawked. You do note, as you get further towards the city square, the prices change on the vials from 50 silver apiece to 30 silver to maybe 15 silver.
Swindled. It's fine.
They're changing it based on the place they're at because of how rich people are in certain areas.
Seems
I
to be.
don't want to
Still
walk.
So, yeah, as you guys arrive at the city square, you see that they've gone from 50 silver apiece to 10 silver apiece per vial. And you also see, you don't actually see the animosity cults set up today. But you do see Alton kind of setting up like a little booth. It's nowhere near noon. He said noon would be the rally, but he is setting up an area. He's got like a table near like the fountain, a lot of signs and like pamphlets and stuff. He's got what looks like bottles that used to have the herbicide that have been emptied out, now used as flower jars now. Like he's got like flowers sitting in them out. He's kind of getting himself set up as he like looks over at you guys like, hey, it's like another couple hours before I'm ready for the big speech and getting everyone pumped up. But if you're here to help, you could grab a sign and start going around now. Gotta get the people ready for whatever it is we're gonna do.
Whatever it is. It's your plan.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Spoke to Kribis, and she had mentioned to us about the sisters in the Abbey, the Wellspring Abbey.
What did she mention about the sisters?
Oh, that they were like super cloistered and very difficult to get a hold of.
I mean, yeah, they are. That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, we were just we just wanted to see what was there because we've never been here. I've never been here, so just wanted to see all the sights.
Give me a persuasion check or a deception check. I'd say either would be applicable here.
On me.
May I choose?
He wants to see the
I
sight.
will let you choose. Whatever route you're trying to go with here. 14 persuasion. He's like, I'm not really a city guide.
Pull him closer.
God.
Whisper. Little whisper. Look, we want to find the source. We know Coldwind is a dead end. We have suspicion that the Abbey might be the source. So yeah, we're just really wanting to see the sights of,
It's like his eyebrows go like, right. Well, if you're looking to see the sights, the Church of the Two Sisters is a timeless homage to Kite and Amita, and a way to unify this city as part of the Dane and the Calcephalian kingdoms. And I've been told that the orchard in the back of the church is a wonderful place to see the Abbey from.
Oh.
Yeah, you get a nice glimpse of the Abbey across the lake. But as far as getting into the Abbey goes, it's been cloistered for, God knows, since before I was born, and it's not really our business to go there.
So I got a question. What the hell does cloistered mean?
It means you're not allowed to go in or out. It's separated, restricted.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's something about like maintaining religious purity. I mean, as far as I know, everyone in there is a woman and kind of like committed to the teachings of Amita, and virtues of purity, or he starts getting uncomfortable. He's looking at
Yeah.
Q, like and they're all they don't like to do certain things that people outside of the abbey might like to do, and can you take us over from here?
We will.
Doing great.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Let's check out the orchard.
Right. Sure. Yeah. And if you're back in time for the rally, we'll be happy to have you added. I seriously, I knew you from somewhere. It's really really great. Medea, honestly, I'm sorry I didn't recognize you. Kribis has told me so much about you, and of course we already knew about her. The things you guys used to do around here is legend. I was just a clerk at the conservatory back then. It's crazy meeting a living legend, basically. Having you on our side, I feel like the wind of change is finally blowing in our direction. Anyways, all right. Posters. He like goes over and grabs papers and just starts like putting up flyers around the square. Yeah. Narcushan leans over to Q and goes, "They don't fuck in the Abbey." That's what he was trying to say.
I got that.
Okay, just had to be sure. He was really skirting around the subject for some reason.
I'm 900 years old. I don't need it, but that explained to me.
900 years old? My God.
Oh, right, I
She's
didn't
for
tell you
age,
that.
right?
No, I just thought you were a child. Well, that makes more sense
Kinda
now.
is though.
Well, I was just assuming she was just a very well-trained child. It's not that uncommon to find in Bardas. But the 900-year-old thing actually makes a lot of sense now.
Mm.
So are you an elf, or...?
No, it's kind of a homunculus, I think.
Sure.
We don't get it
Right.
either.
Yeah, I really don't. I'm not sure.
So, we're going to go check out this orchard for, sightseeing purposes, right?
Totally.
Absolutely not. We're gonna go get glass commissioned first.
Oh yeah, we have
Right,
to
of
do that.
course. How
Oh, man.
thrilling.
So
Yeah.
sorry, I almost forgot about you, sister.
Oh, I didn't.
How unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm totally on board. I'm just gonna go by myself to the church.
Okay.
We're gonna go to the church eventually. All right.
Yeah, it's
I
on the
do
way,
not care about this.
says
glass
Medea.
Hmm?
Yes.
Medea
Oh yeah.
said,
Q, you head off on your own, and then about a minute later, run into the group as it literally is exactly the same direction.
Oh.
Yep.
Just know
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Yeah, hey.
It's funny.
Oh, hey, Q. Funny seeing you here.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest of the party goes into Green Thumb. Q continues on down towards the church. At the Green Thumb, it looks like a very large apothecary. Lots of rows and rows of different colored vials. Honestly, would put Maya's shop to shame back home. This place is very large, very upscale. And there is a large amount of thoroughfare traffic. However, you would notice about half of the vials are not potions, but are different sizes of herbicide.
Main distribution shop.
makes sense.
And as you guys walk in, there appears to be like a middle-aged human behind the counter who's wrapping up an order for someone else. Like, okay, please come again for your weekly supply of herbicide, courtesy of Governor Dellon. Next.
Excuse
points to someone
me?
else. Yeah, sorry, you have to get in line if you want to get some more herbicide. You see there's like a line of like 5 or 6 people like waiting for the herbicide on the side of the
For
counter.
orders that are not herbicide as well?
Oh, no, sorry. He looks like an assistant. Can you start? Someone takes his spot over. He comes over. Sorry, we don't really get people for other things lately. What can I get you?
Well, I was wondering, do you do custom orders?
If you have certain ingredients you'd like, we could try to whip up something. What kind of? Are you looking for, like, a salve, an ointment?
It's more the glass blowing that I'm interested in.
What? you're looking for I'm sorry. Do you mean vials? We have vials. We have vials on supply.
Right.
Flasks, decanters, things like that.
That's not quite. I'm looking to get something custom made by a glass blower, if that is possible.
Oh, that's an unusual request. But I'm so numb from giving out vials of herbicide at this point. I'm curious. Okay, what kind of vial are you looking to get?
So, what I was looking to do was I wanted to, and I'll just like pull out an arrow. I wanted to be able.
So
I wanted to be able to attach, take like this metal thing off here and
Right.
put a vial on, but in the shape of an arrow, and be able to pour liquid into it, like a hollow vial, but an arrowhead. I'll pay you very well.
That is interesting. I wonder how that would work with the aerodynamics of the arrow. I'm not a Fletcher, but if you
You would have to size the arrowhead for the shaft
Well,
to size.
well, here's my question: is what kind of things are you looking to? Because a healing potion would kind of be counteracted by the puncturing of the arrow. Now, if you blunted the head of the arrow, it could shatter against them, but then it wouldn't get in the bloodstream, and it would just probably waste the potion. If you just shoot someone with a healing potion, does it do anything? I mean, you would heal the wound you just made. I don't
Can I do
know.
an insight on this guy?
Yeah,
As to what his previous job was or something? Because it sounds
Sure.
like he's like really interested in this kind of thing. I don't know.
Also,
Sure.
assumption of healing potion.
Yeah, he assumes it's a nope. I don't got
Can-
shit, and I don't even.
as far as
I
like a
don't-
previous
I didn't get guidance.
so 8.
Assistance.
So as far as like a previous job, no idea. But he
No.
just seems like maybe bored
Yeah.
of the day to day, and he's like, "This is an interesting conversation." Like, oh, okay, I'm willing to theorize this. And he's like, "Yeah." So like a greater healing potion probably would overwrite the damage done
Yes,
by an arrow.
yes, it would probably overdo
But
that.
then honestly, it'd be like the actual like diminishing returns at that point, because like how many times you have to shoot somebody with a healing arrow before
Right,
you've
but-
actually healed enough that it would make sense. I mean, what
But
if you
on-
hit a jugular or you hit like a vein or an artery? That seems like kind of risky. I don't know.
But then for your enemies, if you put a poison in it or something like that.
Whoa, haha. We don't sorry, we don't really deal in the that side of the what do you want these arrows for, if I might ask? You see, like now he's like actually like realizing who he might be talking to, and he's like leaning over like what was your intention for these arrows, if I might ask?
I mean, my intention was to put herbicide into them and get to some of the trees that are hard to reach by foot.
Give me a deception.
Shit.
Yeah,
Holy
natural
shit.
19. It's like, oh, well then I'll say you don't need it to be a pointed arrow in that case. A blunted arrow would work just fine. In fact, a pointed arrow would be more dangerous. In that case, I could try to find like a light enough vial that you could just attach to the end of a normal arrow.
But that
it
would
would
mess with
still-
the aerodynamics.
Have you tried soaking an arrow in herbicide? That might be enough.
It kind of would it? I mean, I guess you could soak a
I mean-
rag.
Yeah, like you could make like how you make like a flaming arrow, just like soak a rag in oil and light it.
Yeah.
You could potentially like soak the arrowhead in like you wrap it tightly in bandages, soak it in the. It would have to be kind of like apply and then shoot.
Yeah.
It wouldn't it would dry after a
Yeah.
while probably.
The only
but
problem with
yeah.
that is if I want to conserve it and wait to use it, then it would dry out. I have to do it right to and then
Why
I
would
got
you
to
conserve it. You
and
just-
then I have to get my hands dirty, and I don't want to get herbicide on my hands. I had an
Gloves.
open wound one time, and it got in it and it
Gloves.
stung.
gloves.
Mm.
Okay, if you're dead set on this glass arrowhead thing, which, I mean, That sounds expensive. I mean, they're not reusable in any way. Then it absolutely shatters after one use. And delicate glasswork. It's not impossible, but it's gonna be a weird one. I could talk to my supplier, but okay. Tell you what. Give me a week. I'll get a prototype together. Maybe we could try to come up with some. Because I'm trying to figure out how I could market this to the general populace. Because that is a good idea. There are some places that are too dangerous to get up with a ladder. With a well-aimed shot, herbicide could reach some of the higher blossoms.
Who is your supplier? Who is your supplier? Perhaps I could talk to them.
I don't.
Well, you're busy working. I could just go and save you the time.
I mean, sure, but you came to me for. Did you come to the apothecary without the intention of actually buying like potions? You literally came here asking. Go to a glass blower.
Is there not a glass blower here?
No, we're an apothecary. We buy bottles.
Well, where is
We
your
buy
glass
vials.
blower in town?
He gives you directions to like someone in the market.
Ah, great. All right.
How much is their potions? Their normal healing potions?
Yep.
Like, do they have...
While we're here, I am curious on what
Yes,
potions
they
they
do
have.
Their healing
now we're getting
potions
into
and
actual.
superior healing, because I would actually try to buy one if I can.
Okay. Let me look up. Potion of healing is 40 gold apiece.
Okay.
Um,
Just a
potion
normal
of
potion?
yeah, normal potion of healing. They have currently on display. They've got about 6 of those ready. Potion of greater healing. They are 300 apiece. They've got about 4 of those. They
Gold,
do
I'm
have.
assuming.
They do have. Oh yeah, gold. They have
Okay.
3 potions of superior healing at 500 apiece.
I don't have that kind of money.
Do you have?
I have 60 gold left. So.
The party fund is there for a reason. Use the party fund. 'Cause
Well,
I'm gonna
Q
buy
has
some too.
it, right?
No, she doesn't have it all. Perry has.
Or it has enough.
$17,000.
How much?
17,907.
Do you have any?
Can I get one superior, please?
Oh god.
Buy them all.
Sure.
What do you mean buy them all?
Buy them all, 'cause I want one.
Oh. How many were there?
Superiors are. There's only 2 of them for
500.
sale, and they're 500 apiece.
Is that the highest that they have? Do they have a supreme?
Yeah, they don't have a supreme on
Oh,
for sale.
figured I'd ask.
Yeah.
Well, buy them. Here's 1,000 gold. Does anyone else want any potions?
I
Do
want
you have
the one-
any
I want one of the superiors, please.
Do you have any potions of growth?
Huh?
It gives you the enlarge effect from enlarge reduce.
Right. Let me do a.
Q really
What
liked
fancy
being normal
potions do they
sized.
have available?
They are fresh out of growth potions.
Oh. Makes sense.
Sorry, what was that, Peria?
What kind of fancy potions do they have?
They have what looks like 3 potions of climbing, 4 potions of water breathing.
Man, I'm thinking we're gonna have to go and get
It's okay,
some. We're
we're-
gonna have
we're
to go
covered
through
on-
that lake or something. I don't know.
They have
Have to
2 potions
swim.
of resistance.
What kind of resistance?
Find out
Let
when
me
you
see.
drink it, I think.
You can also
I-
buy specific.
Unless you ask,
Oh.
yeah.
Let me roll 2d10.
There's like potion of force resist, potion of fire resist.
8 and 10. That is radiant and thunder.
I already have a resistance of thunder one. So
And they have 1 potion of animal friendship.
Oh. Do I
you're just
have-
like, I like that.
Well, I think I have that one prepared.
How many
No, I don't
for
have it
climbing was it
prepared.
3?
200 for climbing.
It was 200 gold pieces, and how many did they have?
3, I believe.
Okay. And then the water breathing one was How many?
Water breathing is
points?
100 for, and they had 6 of those. Or 4 of those. They had 4 of those.
4.
I mean, don't we have that goopy thing?
Yeah, we
that
do.
we
I was
can-
just curious.
Okay.
Because we're almost there, guys.
Almost
Right.
prepared.
55 out of 70 charges to go.
All right.
So, you know, there's 6 of us.
Outside of potions, they do have a couple of oils. They have what looks like 2 oils of etherealness.
Ooh.
And those are each priced at 2,000 gold.
Oof.
Big oof. Okay.
It gives the etherealness spell for 1 hour. They also have 1 oil of sharpness, which is priced at 3,000 gold. It can be applied to 1 slashing or piercing weapon or up to 5 pieces of ammunition. And for 1 hour, they have a +3 to hit and damage.
Hmm.
Does that stack with the magical properties of a weapon?
No.
That makes sense. I was just curious.
That would be really nice if it does.
I feel like a +5 to hit, +5 damage. Jeez. Counteract the sharpshooter effect for Mira, and then make it like 1.5 times more. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it does
Wow,
not
that's
affect with magic
disgusting.
weapons.
Okay, well that's good.
It's like a temporary, like 1 hour long
Ah,
enchantment.
That,
Basically.
that oil of etherealness sounds really nice.
2,000 gold.
I don't have it.
You want it? You can have it.
Oh,
You want it?
hey. How's it going, Mira? Also, hi,
Yeah, you're
Avian.
like
Look, it's the party.
my
fund.
sugar mama or something.
Sure. Here, 2,000 gold. Drop it.
Ah!
Got it.
Hello.
Anyone else want anything?
If you
good.
bought the oil of etherealness, I recommend you Google the etherealness spell for 5e. It's a bit complicated.
Yes, it is.
I will buy I'll buy the 3 potions of climbing and the 4 water breathing potions for
Okay, so
1,000 gold.
600. Yep, that'll be 1,000 total.
All right.
Hmm.
Put it in the bag.
Which
Put
am
them in the
I?
bag in case anyone wants.
I am
them.
Mira.
Okay.
Potion of water.
One
Anyone
of the
need any
2
potions
elf
of healing?
twins.
There's greater left. Q, Mira.
Hmm?
Potions of healing greater. Want, need.
How many do I have currently? I have 1 superior and 3 basic. I have no. I don't think I have any greats at the moment.
Q, do you want potions?
Yeah, I have no greats at the moment, so I wouldn't say no, depending on how many Q has.
Alright. Well, I'll just buy all of their greater potions. And we'll take 2
Okay.
Mira.
Okay.
And I'll put 2 in it. So it's 300, 120, 1,200.
All right.
Thank you so much for your excellent patronage.
Mm.
I wasn't expecting such a big purchase today.
Well, it's better than herbicide. I mean,
Yes, it gets very dull peddling the same thing over and over again, but the people love it. What can I say?
and the governor is sponsoring this?
Yes, he provides it at a very low premium, and I sell it at a very high premium, and it's
Wow.
Good for
honestly,
you.
it's a little bit, a little bit unrealistic, but I don't know. I'm gonna let it go as long as I can. People keep buying it. I'll keep selling it.
So this started like what? How long ago?
Oh, I
the
mean,
city's beautiful.
oh well, as this stuff only works for a couple of days before the plants grow back. It's ridiculous. This the sales have only been this rampant in the last few weeks, but a few months ago this has started popping up throughout the city. I didn't get a permit until my application went through, and I've only had it for 3 or 4 weeks now. And boy, it has made business boom.
Oh, so you need a permit to sell this?
Yes, you do. You have to apply for a permit.
Okay.
But apparently they're fairly lenient. I haven't heard of anyone being turned down yet.
Good enough. Cool.
Good to know.
Yes. I guess they just don't want any fake herbicides on the street is all. They need to make sure everyone's on the up and up, because who knows what you could be pouring into the city's water supply at that point.
Are you concerned about that as an herbalist? Like,
Oh
all
no.
this herbicide
Well, what's
entering the water?
No, I thought the same thing. I could not in good conscience sell something that could potentially hurt the populace. I tried it myself, actually, a small dose, of course, a controlled dose. Other than a little bit of bad taste in the mouth, there's no ill effects. It
That is
seems to be
disappointing.
harmless for people.
Will you drink it?
Yes, it tastes disgusting, but it has no real effect. I even took notes of my condition following it. It seems to be somehow made specifically for plants and plants alone, which is appreciated. I don't feel like it's a big risk.
What do you feel about this cult of animosity?
That's a jump.
I know. It's just, I feel like they're crazy and they're
anyone who professes themselves
A
as a
cult,
cult is a
right?
problem.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's a big joke. I think they're just people having fun. They haven't done anything except for yell at people in the city square,
Very loudly.
and nobody seems to really be listening to them. So I'm pretty sure this is just some weird stunt. But
Do you think they drank too much of the herbicide?
probably that probably is it. You've got it. I think that makes the most sense.
That's funny.
Uh,
That's funny.
You're funny.
Okay.
Things have been very weird lately, but I'm sure it'll all even out in the end.
When he was speaking, did he seem
Yeah.
very even keeled the entire time? He didn't seem like
Like you didn't throw him off
Overly-
with anything necessarily,
Like,
or
Yeah.
more of like did he get like
Nervous.
passionate about anything in particular
Oh,
during that conversation?
the most passionate he got was when he was talking about the
Money.
effects of the herbicide and
Oh, okay.
like how he like took notes and everything. Mostly just from his profession. You feel like you don't get a sense of him suddenly bursting into zealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't feel
I had a crazy tinfoil hat theory for a hot second, but I'm good.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Alright.
Honestly,
No,
it's
crazy.
fair. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Alright. I'm done. Spend lots of money.
Okay. Anyone else like to do anything at the Green Thumb?
I'm good.
No, I'm disappointed.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
No murder arrows?
That's fine. I'm still gonna see if I can get those done so I can do it myself
Maybe.
later.
Maybe?
Yeah, after we get out of there,
Zach
I'm like,
Glass
kind of an
blower.
oxymoron. Their shop.
The green
The
thumb
green
selling
thumb?
herbicide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
little bit.
Yeah.
the clear thumb.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's fair.
I mean, I get it. I get like getting things for diseases like fungal stuff, but
But this doesn't seem like a disease.
yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's nice.
See, like, as you guys were walking, as you're saying that, Narkishan's like, well, that is the allure of coin, I'm afraid. All forms of business are governed by it. If it sells, it's suddenly ethical, moral.
Hmm.
That's why I don't understand these people at all.
Mm.
Fair.
Anyways, we should go after the 900-year-old child now.
Yes, before she gets herself into trouble, as she is tend to do.
Speaking of which, you, as the party has gone into the Green Thumb, Q, you continued on your way towards the Church of the Two Sisters, which you do find to be a moderate-sized church. It's not a cathedral by any means, but a very large church with what looks like two statues on one on either side,
Water.
one of Kite and one of Amita. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of traffic around this part of the city. It's very calm at this edge of town. And you are heading straight to the back of the church, correct? Q?
Sorry, yes. I forgot to put my mic up.
Yes, that would be a part of it. Yeah. So as you move around the side of the building, you do see there is like a small grave area, like a small cemetery, and there is what looks like a nice orchard of some like apple trees and cherry trees and things off to the side, mingled in with the abundance of other nature.
Right.
There's a couple of benches set up near the trees, and you see like maybe like a priest out picking an apple and rubbing it on his shirt and taking a bite and walking around. It's got a very calm atmosphere. You do see from this position, spread out across the lake, a small building at the edge of the water to the north, which you probably assume to be the abbey that was mentioned.
hmm
What would you like to do?
Um, just looking at the lake, like, how deep does it look?
I mean, it looks like a lake. It's got where you're at. It's kind of shallow,
Mhm.
but it eventually turns into like a dark brackish blue green, dark water lake.
Right.
You can't see the bottom. It's not like crystal clear.
You said there was a priest out here, right?
Yeah, it seems like there's a clergyman out here who's taking a break and just kind of stop walking through the trees and casually eating some fruit, taking a
Uh,
small leisurely walk.
You will approach him.
Hmm.
Pardon me.
Oh, hello, child. How can I assist you? What?
Uh,
Are you wearing? Is that a weapon?
oh, no,
That's
no,
very dangerous.
no. This is my play outfit.
Oh, I see. Of course. Well, I think you should be studying more than playing, little miss.
Well,
Those things
actually,
are not
about that,
toys.
I was wondering the abbey across the lake there.
Oh, yes, the Wellspring Abbey.
Yeah.
You know of it?
I've heard some things here and there. I was just wondering, do they, typically let children in just to, learn?
Oh, I don't. Well, new sisters are definitely sourced from the young and faithful of the city. Yes, I think that that's something that this should be something that I would speak with your parents about. I don't think it's very proper for me to start discussing cloistered lifestyle for you. But if you were seeking that path of enlightenment and faith and service to Amita, it is a noble life.
Probably.
I why I'm sorry.
Heard like
Where
they haven't nobody's been like seen anything from them for a while.
No, they're cloistered. They don't really come out very much. The only people that go in are clergy who are ordained to deliver supplies and receive news of their activities. But um, where are your parents exactly?
Oh, they're I'm actually they're a different city. I'm actually here with my big sister.
I see. Then perhaps I should take you back to her. I really don't think I should be discussing a cloistered lifestyle with a child alone in an orchard.
No
Someone
worries.
like, looks around at his shoulders like, what's happening here?
She'll be here soon enough. I just wanted to, take a look myself.
I see. It is rare to find a young one who is interested in such a lifestyle on their own, especially one playing with weapons. I
Again, they're just toys. Don't worry about it.
He's like eyeing up your armor that's just toys and is like,
It doesn't
I
look
see.
like toys.
Well, it would not do for me to leave you alone out here, but perhaps we should go inside and I could see if they have any suites in the back to tide you over until your sister arrives.
Sweets.
Thanks for one second. Yep. See if I can. Yeah, I'm good. Sister will be here soon. I'll stand. Bench out here I can sit on.
You sit on the bench?
Yeah.
Okay. The priest never leaves your sight, and it's kind of like always off to the side. He looks very confused and a little freaked out because a child is wielding weaponry that definitely look real, and he's definitely talking to them alone outside about committing you to life as a nun. He's not sure what to do, but he knows leaving you alone is a bad call. So after a while, the rest of the party arrives at the church. Don't know what you were expecting to do.
I don't know.
Oh my god. So as you guys arrive at the church, the two sisters, you see around the side of the building on the left, there is a path that leads through a small cemetery and to an orchard where you see an older man who is standing off to the side apart from Q, who's sitting on a bench, just sort of waiting. And as he sees you all approaching, he like looks a little hopeful. He's like, sorry, is one of you perhaps an older sister to a young red-headed girl?
She
Patty, yeah?
wander away with her
Boys.
again.
Yes. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to make sure she got back with her guardians. If you'll excuse me, I have to go tend to my
Thank
duties
you
now. Of
for
course.
watching. Okay.
And like, well, as he passes by you, Perry's like leans in and whispers like, "I'm very concerned with your little sister's proclivity towards weapons. She seems to believe that she's holding a toy of some sort, but I don't really know. She seems different. She wants to be converted to a cloister, and is everything all right? Do you need to go somewhere?"
No, we're fine. She's
You're not-
Just, she's a child. They make believe.
Yes,
They change their mind about wanting to be a soldier, a cloistered nun, or
right,
doctor.
yes, of course.
Person. Yeah.
Maybe just take away the metal armor. It can't be comfortable for a child. It's not proper.
I'm just waiting for her to get tired so she go to sleep. Oh my gosh, she's up all the time.
I suppose that's fair. Oh
So
well,
much
if you need anything, we'll be inside and happy to assist.
Thank you.
Of course. He walks away a little more relieved, but still kind of weirded out.
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys are reunited at the
Q
orchard.
has a way of worrying people.
Yeah, a
Mhm.
little bit. Literal child walks up with a katana and a suit of armor. See, these are toys. That doesn't look like a
Believe
toy.
that.
They clink when you walk. So,
Really
as
fancy
you guys
armor.
arrive at the orchard, you do see the Wellspring Abbey across the lake in the distance, as Alton mentioned. It is a nice viewing spot, but there's not much else here beyond a few trees and benches.
I would like to do an investigation of the orchard, looking
Sure.
for a passageway of some kind, like a trail, like that
Okay.
sort. Something that's been traveled recently.
Give me an
I wanna
investigation check.
Guide myself. I feel like I need it. Investigation. Yeah. 20.
20. What's everyone else doing while Perry is looking around?
I would like to. So, you said we can see the abbey from here,
It's in the distance, but yes, it's across
So-
the lake.
but the lake comes up to like a shoreline comes up to the edge of
Yes,
like, right-
you guys are at the edge
like
of the
like
lake.
right
on this part.
over on this.
Correct.
portion.
Yes, right around
Are
there.
any
Okay.
boats?
Okay.
You guys there.
If a group of people were to say be able to breathe underwater and swim, about how long would that take?
It's not a
It's less about breathing. You also just have to think of muscle endurance.
Sure.
At least an hour of swimming.
Okay.
Uh,
If we could breathe, we can sink.
Yes, true. You could walk around along the bottom of the lake.
I don't know. I'm pretty buoyant. No.
Just just a thought.
Sure.
No reason. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm just kind of
I'm just gonna be
assessing that.
looking
That's
around
all.
like
No, that's
Peria.
fine. Okay.
Like your
Um,
A
smile.
little perception-y. Because they said to
Megan.
look around the orchard, so.
Sure. You can give me a perception check if you like, Medea.
Yeah, let's see.
You had that thought too.
Yeah,
Don't
I
lie.
don't see the area.
We have to come
Didn't
back.
see.
Right.
I know.
Can't come back unless I fly.
It's 18.
18. I'd say between Medea's perceptive skills and Peria's investigative skills, Medea notices what looks like some brush that has been disturbed a bit more often than the others around it. And Peria, you can tell that it does appear to be the beginning of a trail, a very well-covered trail that goes around the base of the shore, but seems to be relatively obscured from view by the tree line. It does look like there is like a walking path to the abbey through the shore, like
Oh.
across the shore of the beach.
Hey, look at that. Don't need to walk on the bottom of the lake.
Oh. I guess that works.
You do feel like in broad daylight it would be a little bit more conspicuous, unless you guys had magics of some sort, obviously. But potentially. But you also know that based on the angle of where you are, the only thing that would really be able to see you is the castle.
Hmm.
Anyone at the castle would have pretty clear view of your movement through the trail.
Well, why
But
don't
yeah.
we go back to that rally and come back here when it's a little darker? Thoughts?
Yeah.
You found that?
Make sure
Um,
he doesn't get himself into any trouble.
We could
Yeah,
go
I'm
into
really
the church of the two
concerned.
sisters, couldn't we?
What?
What was that?
Could go into the church, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Right next to us.
I mean, sure.
I don't know. Maybe they have a secret passage there to the abbey. Who knows?
I mean,
This is the secret.
the passage is right here. I don't see what else you could.
Mm, what were you saying?
Hugh, do you have greater potions of healing?
I've got one.
Here, have another.
Oh, did you only give? How many did you buy?
Yeah.
I bought 4.
Oh, okay. You said you gave me 2,
Yeah.
right?
I know.
I thought you
Okay.
guys were going to a glass bowl.
I just wanted to make sure how many I. Well,
Yeah,
it's
we're going to.
eventually.
Sebastian, how many potions of healing do you have?
Vosi has 1 greater and 1 superior.
Well, he has 2 greater now.
Cool.
But
Mark that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, if we're just waiting for it to get darker, we could just poke around the church for a little.
what time of day is it?
It's about 10 a.m., 11 a.m. roughly.
Oh.
But for your cube, it's 10:45.
10:45.
orb. Yeah.
A.M.
How long did it take
Yeah.
to
Yes,
walk
AM.
Still the morning.
from the city square to the Green Thumb? About.
45 minutes, maybe an hour max, depending.
Okay, so it's 10:45. Well, I mean, let's spend a few minutes in the church and then we should book it over to City Square. I'm very concerned of violence happening.
I mean, we could just do that. I don't really care about going to the church.
Oh, okay. You just
But
seem very
I just-
interested in going to the church. Okay. Well, actually, does the church have a purifier? Let's go in and look inside.
Oh,
Do they have a purifier?
that's a good point.
Oh yes, absolutely. You would know that the church would be the most likely place in any town to have purification services.
Cool.
And going in there, you would be able to find one.
But we have
How much
free
is it again?
purification, and I point to
Narcushan.
Narcushan.
I know, but I just, well,
She isn't an object,
don't-
Mira.
I know. That's what I think. It's
I
just-
appreciate that, Medea. But she is right. I can help.
That's okay. Okay, moving on. I'm not doing anything. I just wanted to see if there's a purifier here.
There is, yes.
Okay,
The city
good.
needs purification, obviously.
Makes sense.
Is everybody
Okay.
good with that or good? Okay.
To the city square!
Okay.
To the square.
So moving
Oh,
back to the
Violet.
city,
Pretty much.
you guys arrive back at the city square probably just around noon. After about an hour of walking through the city. And as you guys are arriving, you do see Alton has set up his own little stage again with a couple of crates. There are a number of people already situated with signs and posters and handing out flyers. And you see Alton gets up and he addresses the crowd. He's like, "Today we mark that we will not back down against the tyranny of the governors!" Like, yeah! People going crazy. As you guys are arriving, you actively note guards are leaving the square.
Narkushan,
Yes.
do you have the ability to calm emotions?
Oh, let me take a look at what I prepared for the day.
Probably not then.
No, it's not really something I care
I
to
don't know
do.
if that was something Vex needed on a regular basis. or not.
He would have killed me if I tried to do anything like that.
That's fair.
I do have, well, I mean, if by calming you mean domination, I could do that. I could also remove their memories of whatever's pissing them off.
Oh, I think, why don't we just do that? Let's just let this happen. Remove this guy's. No, okay. Moving.
That's so much easier. God.
That's easy. That's easy pass.
Yes, I have options.
Great. Okay. I was just curious as to what abilities you had prepared.
Well, if there's ever a brawl here, I can certainly help with that.
Is there a guard passing by us walking?
Yeah, sure. One going on to another route.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes, sorry, miss. I have to get to my new post. Shift change.
Oh, okay. And then you have replacements coming?
I would
This
assume
seems
so, yeah.
Very rowdy. Very
Oh, that's...
concerning.
this is pretty normal, these parts this time of day. They're just blustering.
I'm not
No big deal.
concerned of violence breaking out.
I wouldn't be worried if I were you, ma'am. We have very good security in this city.
But they're all leaving.
You see all leaving? He looks over his shoulder like, huh. Oh, maybe they're changing out all of the guards at once.
Seems peculiar.
Maybe a bit, but I'm sure there's a reason for it. Maybe they're needed elsewhere.
Inside check.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Can I do that as well?
Sure.
That's
8.
kind of sus.
Yeah.
Ah! I made a
Five.
sorcery point.
Nope.
Sorcery
Nope,
point.
I'm shit too.
Do it.
Sorcery.
It's okay.
Ha! There it is.
Sorcery. Natural 20.
Yeah.
This guy, you feel like does his job, clocks in, clocks out, does what he has to do. And when you mentioned you're all leaving, he did kind of clock like, oh shit, yeah. Well, what about that? It's all of us. That's weird. He doesn't seem like he's in on it if there's some conspiracy here. But that in itself could be indicative of like they all just kind of do whatever they're told, and maybe that means something more.
Okay. Well, I hope your conscience is clear. There's no violence.
Do you think there's going to be violence?
I mean, look at them. Look how rowdy they are.
I mean, they
shout
they have
violence.
they have the right to congregate. I don't think. And the next shift will cover whatever. I've got to get over to the church. It's my next shift. Sorry, if you have any issues, find a guard nearby. I really have to go ahead. They're relieving the people. The church. I need to be there in case anything happens. Sorry.
I'll go find someone to talk to.
He just kind of like nods and keeps going. He seems, from your natural 20, he seems genuinely convinced there's going to be a guard at the square that you can go to.
Yeah. I'll just hope he can stay.
We're the guards.
That's fine. Moving on. There are no guards because the governator is removing them, so there's violence.
Because he's hatred or something, yeah.
I'm done.
Okay.
Commence with the manifesto.
All right. Well, this is very interesting. You can deal with the rambling man. I'm gonna go find this glass blower, and I'm
Really?
gonna
You're
walk
still
off.
on about that?
She really
Okay.
wants it. Are you going to be okay by yourself?
I'll be fine. Just call me on the earring if anything happens.
All right. So they're not far. The market is pretty much right next to the city square.
I'll know your
Um,
location.
So as you're going past, you hear Alton starting to like, get the crowd ramped up. It's like, "Stop the uprooting! Stop the uprooting!" Just continuing like
Yeah.
chanting. People are starting to gather in crowds now. And Mira, as you pass by and go to the market, you can still hear the shouts from the city square. Everyone else, as you're here,
Hello?
give me a perception check.
Yes, please. I was gonna do it anyway. Or asked to do it anyway. Yeah.
21 perception. Medea. You natural one. Okay,
Ooh,
great.
how cute.
As you guys are watching this unfold,
Mm.
you see one of the peddlers of the herbicide coming down the street towards City Square. And as he is approaching, you begin to see the crowd kind of like nudging each other and looking over, and you notice a large portion of the crowd is now like directing their chants at this peddler with his cart. And you see Alton, like he like notices the crowd and like notices the guys like, you there, what do you think you're doing? Coming to us peddling your filth in our city? Like, and you see the guy's like, I was told, sorry, maybe I should find the other corner. No, you found the right corner, friend. He like hops down off his box, and Alton approaches the guy at the cart.
Mm-mm.
You see the crowd begins to kind of move with Alton towards this guy.
I'm gonna get like in the crowd, but close
Sure.
to Alton, if that's possible,
Same.
to stop him from doing something stupid.
Yeah, you guys can like work your way into the crowd a bit.
Yeah.
As you guys are gathering with everyone, you see a couple people start to like grab the vials and just shatter them on the ground. People just like, hey, wait, you gotta pay for oh, come on. And you see they just grab the cart and they all just like push it over, and the vials scatter on the ground. All of the vines in that area all just die back, and he's like, oh, come on, guys, I'm just doing my job. And you see Alton goes, yeah, your job is killing. It's destroying life. Look at that. And he like grabs him by the shoulder and like, look at that. Look at what you have done. You are selling this poison to the city. You and everyone like you. Peria, as you guys are near Alton, and Medea as well, can I get both of you to give me an insight check?
Okay.
I was gonna already do it. I'm not. I was gonna even question. I just wanted to give him a wisdom save.
Can I
Sure.
flare for advantage on this?
Yeah, you can. What was the wisdom save?
Dominate person.
You're gonna cast.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a 19.
Oh,
Let me just look something up real quick. All right. It does have verbal and somatic components. Are you trying to stealthily cast this?
I mean, it's people are loud and shouting, right?
Right.
Doing it. I'm just doing it.
Okay. Okay, let's see.
I'm banking on the fact that I am in a crowd, that people are
Sure.
focused on this dude.
Understood.
So, oh well.
17. Not enough, but pretty decent, right?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
decent. It's a 19.
Okay. As this goes off, you're not trying to disguise this at all. So I just want to make sure it's
I
clear.
would make it like, I'm not like shouting it. I would say.
Right,
would
but it
be-
has somatic components, which is
Sure.
hand wave as well. So there
It
is like
does.
a.
Yeah.
You're very obviously casting something, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I can. It's verbal, right?
Verbal somatic.
Yeah, I guess the spell's words, it has to be the specific words.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
okay.
you're
All right.
basically
I
what it
was
means is you're speaking an incantation
Yeah,
and
yeah.
making a motion. There is no way to hide it if you're
No.
just trying to blend into the crowd. That's
No.
why I'm trying to ask.
I'm making a spell, and I was gonna. Never mind. Just not blatant. It's blatant.
It's blatant. Okay.
Blatant.
A number of people around you kind of like seem to be concerned for a moment and like kind of step back. Like, what the fuck is she doing? What do you have Alton do? As he like in the middle of grabbing this guy, he's like, "You are filling this poison. You are peddling poison to," and he like immediately stops.
I'm letting him have him continue his manifesto rantingness, and he's gonna slap the guy, open hand, not with a knife,
Peddling,
not punching him.
You are peddling this poison to the people. How dare you! Slaps him across the face. Like, come on! I'm just doing what I'm told. Please, I have a family. It's like, what do you have him do now? Because now people have seen him assault.
Yep, I'm gonna have him toss him back the way he came, away from the people, and say, "Get out of here!" And you tell your friends not to sell this crap in the city square, essentially.
Okay. Alton grabs the guy by the scruff, throws him down away from the crowd, and tells him to leave and never come back. Don't sell this crap in the city again. And as the guy scrambles to get up, a number of people in the crowd, I'm gonna have you make a persuasion check through Alton, basically.
Yep. Persuasion. Come on, fail me now. Yes. I'm gonna try to have him be like, have him hold back the people trying to run after him. Be like, no, leave that filth. He's ours.
Yeah.
He learned his lesson.
He's learned his lesson. He won't be back. It's okay. Today we have had a victory for the cause. Like, yeah! Everyone starts cheering. Peria. Can I get Can I just get a sleight of hand check from you?
Sure. Super stealthy. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I need to do a check.
Can I spend a sorcerer point?
Okay.
Part of the thing? Alright.
Sure.
14.
Okay.
It's better.
It's better.
Better.
It's literally double what you had.
Yep.
It's just enough. As you see, like a couple of people, like they look at you and they look at Alton, are like, yeah, victory for the cause. Yeah. Like they don't seem to connect that you may be puppeteered to that, but they're a little wary of you. They kind of step away from like, yeah. Mostly because you did a pretty good job of having him continue the rhetoric.
Yep.
Okay.
Kind of sad about all the other plants that just got destroyed.
Yeah, you guys could have just inadvertently killed the things you were trying to save, you know?
You see, like, they all kind of like look down at the ground. Alton's like, listen, everyone. They're right. We shouldn't resort to using the herbicide even in anger.
Or violence.
If you find it, just pocket it, take it elsewhere. We'll dispose of it. In fact, bring it to the conservatory. If you find anyone else peddling this filth, bring it to the conservatory. We will dispose of it properly, safely, so it doesn't harm any more the precious plants that make our city what it is. Everyone just kind of like gathers, like, yeah, we'll bring it. Gather the herbicide, and just sort of, at that point,
have him chant, gather the herbicide.
Gather the herbicide. Gather the herbicide. It's not super catchy, but gather the herbicide.
It's not.
Maybe don't steal it.
You don't want to go to jail. You don't want to go to jail.
How long does dominate
It's a
person
minute.
last? A minute.
It's
Okay.
a minute.
So I need to see something here. They're not
Doesn't take
aware.
advantage.
No.
Nope. It doesn't say that they know.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
It's not charm person.
no.
Yep, deal 6 damage. Okay. All right. After about a minute passes, the people start to like disperse a bit. Some of them chanting into the streets, "Gather the herbicide, gather the herbicide," and it feels like,
Best work.
like-
but...
yeah, no, it's not. It's really not. And Alton kind of like, ooh, oh, that went better than I expected. Weird headache, but
All the
Oh,
shopping.
you guys made it for the rally. I'm glad.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we're
things-
nervous after.
Yeah. I need to find something a bit catchier than that, but it gets the point across. It's kind of in line with my usual ideas, though. So, okay. He seems like a little bit confused, but still like, Well, looks like this was a success. I didn't expect it to get a little out of hand there for a sec.
That was really aggressive with the whole slapping thing. Is that like you?
No, I don't usually do that. But I guess I got just so into it. Crippus is right. I do kind of. I gotta lose my head a bit.
Yeah,
Don't
you
think
may
that's
want to
sending-
take it easy for a little while.
Yeah.
You're sending the wrong message. You know?
Well, I mean, it worked. I don't think that guy's gonna be back selling that stuff around here, anyways.
Yeah, it's all on the ground.
But you had the restraint to just slap the guy.
That's
What if
restraint.
someone- I
Guess.
mean, well, it could have been worse.
Yeah, I guess it could have been.
Punched him.
Or, yeah. You're right. I did have restraint. That was good. Oh
I
well.
was just saying, well, what if does everyone else have your restraint? You know? I mean, you're kind of the de facto leader of this cause. You should be setting an example for
Mm-hmm.
your followers.
Right. Followers. I didn't even think of that. You gave me a lot to think about. You're right. I should think about what my example is.
Make sure it's positive, like these plants.
Right.
Alive.
Exactly.
Plant positive.
Right. I gotta go and
Make
um
plant positive.
I gotta adjust some plans. Thank you all for showing up. I knew your support would be the thing that makes the difference.
Got a
Yeah.
celebrity.
Yeah, we should. That's right. We have a celebrity. I need to introduce you to the people. If they know
I'm
you're under our banner, no, this is perfect. Talk about an example to the people. No better example than remember the frontal assault team. This is perfect. I'm gonna go and get plans drafted. She doesn't like to be in the spotlight. She's kind of a back. Listen, Medea, you're beautiful. You're amazing. You're well known. You're perfect. You are the flower of Valerdana. That's it. I have to go make new signs.
Oh, no.
Thank you. That's a great idea.
Target, what are you doing? Why things in this head?
Sorry, just you can set
and
an example.
He gathers his stuff up and heads out, and you guys avoided the potential riot. Nicely done.
Yeah. Good job, everybody. Everybody.
Everybody that helped.
Yeah, I mean,
Speaking of-
Medea's ego, yeah. I mean, yeah, I know I'm amazing, but
To be fair, I wouldn't have been able to contribute much there.
Same.
We'll move over. Meanwhile, in the market, so you want to make arrows of glass?
Yes, I want to make arrows of. Look, I will pay you. That's what
No,
you.
yeah, no, that's fine. I've never heard of that before. Okay. Yeah. Let me well, here. You have a specific type of glass you like? A specific type of sand I should melt down? And
Not in specific, but
do
something
you
that
want it like ornate or like, you want functional?
a function over. Yes.
Okay.
For hunting. This is for creature hunting.
Okay. How about 50 silver and come back to me in the morning and I'll have something for you.
Sure. If you work through the night, I'll pay a little bit extra if you make more.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
All right, but don't work yourself to death. Don't do that.
No worries.
part of the job.
Yeah. In this economy, with all the vials being sold, already there.
Right.
I had 2
Okay.
hours.
Thank you.
One
Alright.
sleep.
Oh, chanting stopped. I'm gonna go see what my friends are up to.
Coming back to a perfectly calm city.
Yeah.
We did it, and I'm a
Mira.
spokesperson now.
So I'll just put
Great, I
myself
just
back down
loved
there.
it. Didn't really like doing that.
Alright, what did I
It's
miss?
It's not until about the time Mira gets back that you see guards arriving for their shift.
Knew it.
You see, like, they kind of take up their post and kind of do their rounds at the city square as the crowd has disbanded.
Little
Yeah.
late, are we?
What's up? What did I miss? Anything? It seems like, hey, where did
No,
he
I said that to
go?
the guards.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So-
This is what you miss. Blah blah blah.
Oh.
Mia is gonna be a spokesperson and promote
Yay.
peace.
I mean, I like the attention, but no, I like the attention.
Yes,
There's
you
no
do.
but. I just like the attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no but.
So, well, it's about noon now. The day is yours. You have the path through the orchard to the abbey at night. Kribis has invited you to meet a contact in the city square tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
2 days, basically.
Mhm.
Arden's district. We could go anywhere else. Basically anywhere else.
Yeah. What does the party like to do? What would you guys like to get done?
I would like to go to the Chronicler's Guild House and find myself a nice quiet table and finish scribing my scroll.
That is something they would definitely accommodate, for sure.
And I'll be like, Mira, did you want to scribe a scroll?
I never really thought about that. Aren't the materials for that expensive?
Well, I already have some materials. I don't know
Oh.
if you
No, they have money,
Um,
remember?
I know, just role playing, Becky. I'm role playing.
purchase materials.
Sure. I suppose I could scribe something that I don't prepare as a druid.
I don't
I don't
understand
know.
any of that. I'm just gonna sharpen my sword.
Okay.
I don't know if
Or my
Um,
scimitars.
Sure. You know, that potion we didn't buy, I could scribe a scroll of beast bond.
Animal friendship.
Animal friend. I can do either.
What is beast bond?
Beast bond.
What level spell is it?
use- They're both first levels. I can only do first levels of druid.
Oh, okay.
Oh, beast bond. I've never seen this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Telepathic.
that's very different from animal friendship.
Yeah.
Mm.
Cool.
Okay. Well, did you want to here have 50 gold pieces worth of fine inks and
yeah.
parchment and have fun? It takes you 4 or 8 hours per spell.
Yeah. I'm just gonna check my main class and see if there's nothing on there. I want to.
Abosi, did you want to scribe a spell?
Oh God, no! I've done so much scribing in my life. That's sort of
Well,
so much
when
scribing.
in 2 hours I'll be done, and I wanted to gift you a spell.
Oh, what? Really? So
Yeah.
sweet.
You do a lot for us, and I thought this would be really helpful for you.
Oh, well, thank you. That's really unusual and amazing. Huh. Most mages I meet are very like secretive of the magic they learn, and they don't really like share it freely. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't get that. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But,
It's always been a weird thing about like a clout, like
mm,
you know, I know how to cast the spell and you don't.
Mm.
I don't know.
Question
more
about
power.
scroll
Yeah.
making.
Yeah.
Does it just have to be something you can currently cast, or just on your
You have to-
spell list?
no, you have to expend the spell slot,
Yeah.
essentially.
Okay.
You have to basically cast the spell while inscribing it. You can't just inscribe
Okay.
a spell you don't know.
All right.
I forget, did Medias give you a pen for something? I don't remember.
You gave me a pen
Right.
for the where is it?
Give it
The
to-
illusory script.
Avosi.
Yes.
Right.
Avosi, you can dispel magic, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
One of the things I'm
Level
really good at.
spell.
don't really need to do that then.
Just think second level or lower, Chris.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go buy 50 more gold pieces of fine inks and
Gotcha.
parchment.
Yeah, there's not really anything on my arcane archer.
Actually, it'd be more than that. It'd be 75.
I mean, a weird one that Avosi could make a scroll of is Hellish Rebuke because it's Tiefling.
Mm.
That's like the only one that he has that you probably wouldn't have access to.
Hmm. But that's
Or maybe.
weird because that's a reaction and as
Sure
a
is.
scroll.
Sure
How
is.
Yeah.
would that be allowed?
Yeah.
Don't know. Don't know how that works.
Because generally, like we play scrolls or actions, so
Yeah. That is a weird one.
I think whatever it is, it takes the place of what it.
Well, the other thing you could do with scrolls is transcribe it into a spell book. So there's other
Yeah.
purposes, but
That's why I'm
True.
doing that purpose. So he can cast it on himself and other people with his first level spell slots.
no, casting the spell by reading the scroll requires the spell's normal casting time.
Ah.
So I suppose if you had it at the ready, you could reaction read Hellish Rebuke.
Hold it the whole time while you're trying to fire bows. So you can-
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Hold it.
Uh,
I guess you could fire it and then hold on to it and put it back.
yeah, I'm trying to think what spell that I don't prepare would be the most useful.
Oh crap! I forgot to tell Kribis about Tyrion. Oh well.
Oh no! Town Guard doesn't have a chance of joining the
Oh,
Element Frontal Assault team that doesn't exist anymore.
Darn.
mm.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, you know
I'm gonna
what?
do that for
Hmm.
however long. How long are we gonna have dinner somewhere and then moonlight stroll?
Moonlight Stroll.
Is that what we're doing?
Narkushan. See something.
I know
quick.
the dark shot.
So we came here for a to attack a politician. I was under the impression of, but now it sounds like this is much more complicated and boring.
It's believable, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it either. I said just kill the guy.
Well,
That's what I
screwing
thought.
over a politician takes time and finesse.
Ugh.
Things
Hate
that Terrier
politics.
are good and we are not that.
I misunderstood. I suppose I should have gone and prepared the ship. This is dreadfully boring.
Hmm.
Do we think there's
Um,
any chance of combat tonight with whatever we're doing?
Yeah, if we find the
Perhaps.
supplier, the manufacturer of all this.
Yeah, we'll probably get
pesticide.
in.
Fine, I could.
Onyx.
Cats.
Since she's walking away, I'm just gonna post the spell I'm working on in chat so Megan can see when she gets back.
Level 1 druid spell, sure.
So it's situational enough that if it comes up, having the scroll could be useful.
Mm-hmm. So.
Okay.
I posted it in chat. Beast Bond is what I'll work on. It's the first level. I don't know how many hours does it take for
8.
8.
Holy moly.
Oof.
I've
Which,
been
yeah,
working
you
on
guys,
it.
so yeah, you guys could spend the afternoon
Yeah.
scribing and
Oh.
then
Yeah.
have dinner and go at night.
I'd be bored as hell.
Everybody else gotta
Not
find
sitting
something
in
to
a
do.
chair for 8 some hours. I have a desk. I don't have a desk job.
Read a book.
Who reads books?
We're in a library, essentially.
Narkushan is asking because since we have enough time, she could take another long rest basically and re-prepare her spells. So, do we expect combat this evening, or should I prepare more espionage type spells or whatever?
I think espionage.
Of course.
Espionage.
Very well.
I have to. I don't know. Are we gonna pass off that we're nuns, clergy?
I don't know. What are we going to this abbey for?
To investigate and make sure there's nothing weird going on there.
Right, but what happens when we get there? It's a cloister. That's my
No.
question.
Mm.
So what's our angle?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Or are we just going and seeing what happens?
Wow.
I'm always good. With
I
the
didn't really
idea,
think
real
about
good
it
at
that far
I
ahead.
didn't think you did. That's why I'm asking.
that.
I was thinking we could be clergy people, but they probably wouldn't be walking the secret paths. They probably would go the normal way, which is unknown.
Well, for all we know, that is the normal way.
Well, I don't know, because you freaked out the priest. So.
Yeah.
Or we
I
could go to the
probably should wear my armor and sword there.
Or we could go
Yeah.
to the castle, sneak into the castle,
You assassinate
poison the guy with
governor.
some of that, herbicide stuff, and call
Found
it a
out.
day.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
okay?
it doesn't matter on people.
And you
Disgusted,
use some of your
Mira.
merc in your thing to make it worse.
No, it just sizzled weird. I don't know.
Mm.
There was some kind of reaction, but
We could enhance it with your. Oh, what is this
I
thing
suppose, Narcoshan,
Yes.
if I expend a bit of aura, are you willing to cure me of my decay?
Maybe if you ask nicely and stop acting like
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do it on demand.
All right.
called? I like that.
Sorry.
Yes, I'll remove
I-
your decay if needed.
I did test the herbicide earlier, and there was a bit of a reaction, but I didn't expend much decay. About how much have you helped any of the others remove theirs today?
No.
All right. I'll
My
try.
max for today is there's no real number in canon, but 30 points.
Okay,
per day.
Jesus. All right. I will. Oh God, that's a lot. Okay. I guess I'll expend 29 points of decay.
No, I'll do it. I'll do it. You're not
It's
doing it to yourself.
it's fine.
No,
I
I'm not scarring your.
I have the
beautiful
vial
face
and
with
I'm
your
doing
beautiful-
it.
No, I'll try to take it away.
No.
I'm trying to take it away from you. Actively.
You're gonna break it. What contested role is this, Mike?
I'm sorry, what's happening?
I'm trying to grab the vials away from my sister because she's trying to mar her beautiful body, and that's a sin.
Contested dexterity, which is kind of the same for both of you.
Yep. So basically straight roll, but sure. Great.
What is it?
Dexterity, just a check.
a dex. Just a check.
Okay, not a save, just a check.
Okay. You take it.
Yeah.
I take 2 steps back and pull out another one.
I'm going to grab for that one too.
Okay, another dexterity check.
No.
Contested dexterities.
I let you take it.
You let her take it. Okay.
I'll do
I
it.
take a step back.
Oh my god. You have a
Pull out your
number in
third
there?
one.
I swear to gods! I swear!
She
Make a
has 10
dex
of them.
save.
Oh!
Ah! I'm gonna counterspell it.
You are. You're just into the sword.
No! I'm doing it to myself.
I look
Okay,
over to Narcoshan
For reference,
and
for
I say,
reference, you guys are in either the street or the guild headquarters. Just for reference, this is not like your private room.
Stop it, both of you.
Yeah, Medea, stop it.
No, get out. Get out of here before you get us kicked out. Go,
No.
just go.
grab
I
the
don't
No,
care what happens.
I'm not
No,
going.
go out.
Come with me, Narcoshan.
What's
I'll do
happening?
that.
I don't know. Medea's being petty for some weird, unexplainable reason.
I'm not petty.
I don't know what this
Trying to
is.
stop you from hurting yourself is what it
yourself.
sounds like, but I don't know
Yeah.
if
It's
petty.
gonna get.
It's not petty. I don't want you hurting yourself and scarring your beautiful body.
Oh no, it's not like it's gonna get healed right after.
It's the principle. You're willingly doing it,
Pumpkin
dude.
in your background, Becky?
No, it's
Yeah,
a
ball.
it's a
ball?
It's a book.
medicine
I
ball.
couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was curious.
Okay.
Okay, and then I will do the thing that we were talking about.
Cool.
Even I forget. Chaos.
Putting 29 points of decay or
Yes.
aura into the vial and seeing what happens, and Narcoshan healing you 29 points.
That's what
Seems
Mira is going to do.
excessive, but yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'll wait for Chris to get back, and I'll explain.
That's what Medea wanted
He
to
can
do
hear.
in lieu of Mira.
Oh, Medea's
why
going to do it.
The squabble happened.
Yeah. That's what
Oh,
saw.
I see. You,
Yes.
I mean, nothing stopping them both from doing it at the same time, I suppose. But
Yes, other than one
Yeah.
of them will have 29 points.
That's
of
correct.
decay.
so, Medea, as you pump 29 points of aura into this vial. Think about what would happen in this case. Yeah, no, that tracks. Yeah. Cool. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay. And I'm assuming I can't flare, obviously.
No, you
And
can.
is it a disadvantage because it's 30 points of decay?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it would
29.
be.
Okay.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
are you
29.
flaring?
Well, if you're flaring, it would be a disadvantage,
already
which
had
would negate that.
I already had one decay.
Oh, so then
I'm
it
at
is.
30.
Yes, then
you
it
shouldn't
is.
have any.
I believe.
We healed all of it.
I
2 days ago.
expended it to get a
Oh,
advantage
good
on something.
Sorry,
Yeah.
never mind.
So then, yes, this would put you. You are at 30 decay. This is disadvantage. If you spend 1, you can't have it purified by Narcoshan because you can only do 30, just for
Yeah, that's
reference.
fine.
But you could if you want.
Yeah, I'll just do it for normal then.
Cool.
Deck save.
Yeah.
Okay.
21. Cool. As you pump your aura into this vial, you hear a heavy amount of sizzling, and then you just in time manage to let go of it as the vial shatters in your grasp. And the liquid that is now in the vial from where it was is a pitch black. Medea, you made a successful save,
Oh, good.
so you will only take half of this much decay.
Oh, good.
You only take 1 decay,
Okay.
and you were afflicted by murk. As
Merc.
what looks like the strange liquid you found at Italos's place in the urn is now seared on the ground. Wherever you guys are, you're doing this, by the way.
I said
Probably
get out,
outside.
guild
She
out.
said
yeah.
get out, so I
So
got
outside
out.
in the city streets, you
In an
wrench your
alley,
hand
folks.
away from now a pool of black liquid on the stones.
Okay. So we got a successful. I inflicted myself with Merc, essentially.
Correct.
Yes.
You afflicted yourself
Right.
with murk and learned that by pumping enough aura into this, it seems to
Mm.
activate it as something.
Great. We learned it. I learned it's painful.
Indeed.
Okay, please, Narcoshan.
Okay, all right.
This is payment for saving your life. Let's go. Let's go.
Fair. She will use Aurora Light and will remove 30 points of decay, but you are still murked and have that 1 extra point of decay.
Yes.
Had to do 30.
Yeah.
29.
Yeah.
10 would have been enough.
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic. That sucks. Okay. I come back in, I guess,
Yeah.
to a
Your
pouting
hand-
sister.
The hand that you were holding it now has a black mark of murk.
This is why I didn't want you to do that.
I'm not looking
Is
at you
this-
right now. I'm working on my scroll.
I guess she wanted to have this happen to her.
Hmm.
Weird.
So,
We found out.
what does this
something
mean, really?
else. It can be used as a weapon,
I suppose.
a deadly weapon.
Yes. But why is this the case?
Did they come back into where we're sitting?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's true. I
Narcoshan followed.
was like,
I'll look up. I'm like, Medea, are you okay? Let me see your hand. Show me the hand.
I showed you.
Oh, Medea.
Yep.
Medea.
And you see Medea now has the mark.
Medea. Okay, what kind of room are we
beautiful
in?
body.
Like an open table,
Kind of
like
open.
a cafe.
Yes, kind of. It's a very open area.
That's why I'm kind of like whispering, but not really.
Go to the front desk. Do you have a private study room? It is for rent.
Yes, but you're not allowed to bring any of the books back there for protection of them.
Copying,
Yes,
no,
of course.
That makes sense, yes.
But yes, if you just like to study on your own in private, you may.
Do you have like a conference room, a little bit larger, that can accommodate more than just one person?
Certainly, this way, please, and we'll take you to like a small communal room that has enough seats for a few of you.
Be like, you, let's go. Everybody inside. And then we'll just
Okay.
give him a gold.
Yeah, bribery.
Okay.
Yeah, say thank you for the room. I appreciate it.
Of course.
And you can stay for until nightfall.
Sure. Yes, if you have that much to study,
Yes.
shouldn't be a problem. Please let us know if there's anything you require.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And it closes the door. Okay. You guys have a private room. Just like a table, some chairs. Nothing really extravagant.
What happened?
Well, I pumped 30,
Right.
30 or whatever.
29, but yes.
29. And
She flowed a significant amount of her aura into the bottle. It exploded into black goop, which some of it got on her.
yeah.
Oh.
So it looked like the stuff that we found earlier.
Yeah, you guys would be aware. It looks like the stuff that was in the urns that you gave to Maya and Toloko. Like a strange liquid murk byproduct.
Did it dissipate on the ground after the explosion?
It was there when you
or is
left.
Just left it there?
I didn't know what to do with it.
So what if someone
touch it?
touches it? Someone
then we
could
have to
die
go
and
clean it
turn into Merc Monster. Yeah, come on.
I don't know. I was kind of in pain. I wasn't really thinking about cleanup.
Well, okay. Well, we need to go clean that up before somebody dies.
Hey, fine.
Does anyone have any?
Do we have cleaning products?
Do you have prestidigitation?
I do
No.
not.
Avosi might. Probably
I don't know
does.
that it will work.
It is kind of a
No,
social
people don't think
thing.
about cleanup, Mira.
Vosi's like, I'll give it a shot. He goes out and he'll use prestidigitation.
Don't back it.
Yeah, I know. I'm already marked. It's fine. Whatever.
Right.
And a moment later, he comes back. Okay, good news, bad news. Prestidigitation moves it, doesn't remove it though. But I moved it into this vial.
Oh, good.
Ah.
Yay.
So
Hold on to that.
take that as you will.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good. This is evidence for.
Yes.
Help me, Kribis.
Hmm.
I was
Sure,
come on,
yeah.
Come on, man.
So basically, we're gonna tell her that. So are we gonna have to like explain this again? Are we gonna have to like someone gonna have to put that much aura in again, or like are we just gonna tell her?
Tell them.
We can
Sure.
wait till Naren shows up. Naren's familiar with it.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
true.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
well, crap.
How's my sister looking?
How is Mira looking?
I mean, at this point, learning what happened afterwards, she's looking concerned.
Hmm.
You know.
I know I was acting immature, but I just don't want anything happening to you.
Right. Well, now
You're
you're
all I
right.
have, really. So, yeah. Well, at least I'm not dying right now, right?
I'm assuming no,
Oh, yeah.
no
By the
roll because
way-
of PC.
Yeah. No, well, you two have the blessing of Jing. You two are
Oh.
resilient.
We are. Thank God. Thank God,
As you guys have learned, a lot of people who have interactions with the divine tend to have some form of resiliency.
I'm gonna have to pray on this.
Bless you.
Mike, while this has
Yes.
all been happening, did you need me like to do a check to find the other thing I was looking for?
No. You said less expensive, so that's pretty easy. How much less expensive are you going for?
Essentially something that I'd say middle class could buy.
Okay. It's not going to be anything close to what she had found before, but
Yeah,
you know,
no.
unfortunately that was like a top tier luxury item.
Yeah.
But you find something that's modest, it's cute.
Do I find it
Nice.
in the colors that she mentioned?
Let me do a D30 roll. Fate die.
Nope.
Not quite. Not quite. Even at modest pricing, it is about 300 gold pieces.
Right.
So up to you if you buy it.
Okay. Yep, so just get the clothes and head back to the others.
Okay. Alright. So Q, you rejoin everyone at the Chroniclers Guild house, I suppose, as...
Yes, you guys see Q walk in, not wearing her armor, but in normal clothing, like this.
Oh,
clothing.
so sweet.
Oh, it's Snow White with the red hair.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that. It's such a good anime. Anyway, yeah, just cute.
Wonderful.
You look so
You see, like, Narcushion goes, oh, I
like
liked
a
you better
kid.
the other way.
Yeah, no, I liked it better the other way too, but the one priest freaked out
no,
when he saw me if we're trying to go into...
on you. I love it.
Very nice, Q.
I got to do her hair now.
Doom, I have short hair, what are you gonna do with it?
There's a lot you can do with short hair.
Oh god. For reference, Mike, her armor
Yes.
and weapon is in her bag of holding right now.
Okay. Just keep in mind it takes 10 minutes to don armor.
Yep, she's not
So-
aware of what the GN just discovered.
I understand. I'm just making sure you know it takes 10 minutes to don armor. In case anything happens, it's in your bag of holding. Just keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Can we say
Yes.
that like 2 hours happened before the shenanigans happened? So
Yeah,
that
Q
way
had to go
we're
shopping
all
and everything. Yeah,
back. Okay.
absolutely. So,
Okay. Great.
you guys are all at the Chronicles Guild house in a private room. It's now about like 2 p.m., 3 p.m.-ish. You still got a couple of hours of daylight.
Did we eat food yet?
Are you guys...
today?
We can
was
order
that?
to go.
Order
Oh,
to go.
yeah.
We can place a
Well,
pickup or a delivery
Narcushion-
order.
That's why Narcushion is like, well, okay, so this is what I was also asking. If you can guarantee that I'm going to be able to fight something that we're all going to, I don't want to waste this, but I do have access to Heroes Feast. It's a bit pricey,
Ooh.
but
Ooh,
if you
it
think we're going to
is.
be assassinating a governor, I would not mind.
Well, so here's what I think is happening, and I will divulge some of the order crap that we ran into in the woods with the vats of murk and how this order is distributing it throughout all of Elk.
You guys informed you of what you found out along that?
You were here when that happened.
Gotcha.
No,
That's why.
she was shopping.
No,
No.
that's why I
we're
asked for the 2 hours for
Right.
you to go shop, come back, witness everything,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
and then be
Gotcha.
here. Yeah,
Sure.
that was
Um,
easy.
Gotcha. She's like, interesting. This order, distributing this merc. Okay, so you believe that this is they're involved in this? That's astute. They possibly.
And I think our angle is that we're from the order, making a pit
Interesting.
stop at the Abbey to check on how supply is going.
I see.
And luckily for everyone, and maybe not luckily for me, I still got the mark.
I see.
And then if
So
they aren't
espionage
that,
and
then we'll
duplicity.
know.
They, following that plan, the Order kind of hates us right now, and wouldn't they have, informed all of their outlets that,
Yes, Q, but that is why we have magic.
okay,
Hmm.
maybe tell, what exactly are you planning then?
I know the ranks because I was part of the order, Michael.
Correct.
I forget, I don't know a rank off the top of my head. Not-
What level of rank are you going to try to pretend to be?
Something that's not too high to where
You're
they
not
would
an exarch.
know. Not an exarch, maybe like
Okay.
2 below that. So somewhere like who would be on the behalf of an exarch who can't be bothered to go visit
Okay.
things
You could
personally.
be an envoy. Order
I'm
then.
an envoy. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That would make the most sense.
Yes. Something
All right.
believable.
Believable, right? Acolyte is more accurate, but so you could also state that you're an agent of the order, which would be like a field acolyte, somebody who
Oh,
you are
I am
an
one.
agent.
There
That's
we
what
go.
you are, agent
Okay.
of the order.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to be like envoy is more like a messenger, like ambassador sort of style. But agent works just as well.
Agent would have people.
You
with
also
them.
you passed through this area. Give me a raw intelligence check.
Sure. Smart. Yeah, 14.
14. You know the dead drop locations here.
Oh,
You passed through this area to pretend to be part of the Dane when you were originally doing
this
your
was
mission.
my cover home city.
Yes, this was.
Yes.
Nice.
So you've probably been here. I didn't even think about that. You've probably been here like once before, but you were too focused on the mission to remembered a lot of details of the city. But part of that, you would have learned the dead drop locations for sure. If that.
Where are those locations?
So there is one at the city square at the fountain. There is one at the Church of the Two Sisters in the orchard, specifically. There is one in the Puddle districts you know of. The Puddle district being the closest thing to a slums this city has. It's near the edge of the lake. It's a muddied water area. Not a lot of overgrowth there, actually, due to the nature of the mountains on all sides kind of shadowing it. There is also a dead drop in the Blush and Blossom Tavern.
Oh,
Damn, we should have went there. We literally went almost every single place that they weren't, except for the orchard. We kind of went there. Great.
Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. We wait till nightfall.
Mhm.
We disguise ourselves as order acolytes. We stop by the city square, check for a dead drop, see if there's a message. If there's not, go to the Church of the Two Sisters, look for another message. If there's not, we'll make one, because Medea, you gave me this fantastic pen with the illusory script, and I remember some stuff. And then we go wander the trail and see if the Wellspring Abbey is an order thing, and if it's not, we'll look crazy and I don't know, but
We're crazy.
okay, well.
But we'll be in disguise and we'll be crazy.
right. So it's fine.
Knowing that we're gonna go check out areas that could have potential order shit going on, I'm gonna put my shit back on then.
Smart.
You can stay comfortable for a while. I mean, we've got a couple hours till nightfall.
Yeah. So we have to suit up. We might as well stay comfortable. Let your body breathe a little bit, you know? You're in that
I
what?
mean, I
You
know
think
it's
Q
right.
knows about what that is? You had to fight her just to get her to relax at a spa.
Okay, well, I like baths. It's just at the moment I felt like we didn't have the luxury for it.
Mm-hmm.
You were kind of right in a way, though. Yeah.
Gee.
You really didn't
Oh,
have
yeah. What happened immediately after Leviathan attacked?
Don't gotta rub it in, Q.
It's bound to happen eventually.
Yeah.
Not that we know that.
No. I think, well, we can say it was bound to happen eventually.
What? I was just y'all was getting naked in a tub. I figured somebody had to be on guard.
What is wrong with being naked in a tub?
Nothing.
Do you?
If you're somewhere safe.
Yes, and we were somewhere
No,
safe.
we were
No,
somewhere
we were
safe.
not. There are so many innocent lives there and not so many guards that could actually help fight the whoever.
Hey, hey. Don't knock on sun dunes.
No, I'm not. But the sun dunes weren't near enough now, were they?
No, but we were here, and we're amazing, right? Okay, then everything's fine.
Also, Avosi, here's your scroll.
Oh, thank you.
But break the tension. Here's a scroll. Take it. Oh my. All right.
Tug on it. Made it with love.
Yeah, I should have grabbed some cookies when I was at the market.
Oh, come on, Q. That would have been really good.
Cookies. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am kind of hungry.
Yeah.
Well, if we have to wait anyways,
maybe
may as well
we can
grab some
have-
food.
A hero's feast.
Mm,
Okay,
like
I'll make you a
Narco-Shantae.
Yes.
deal. If we don't fight a single thing tonight, you're buying me a new gem-encrusted bowl.
Oh, I thought that's what we're already doing, but okay. I'll buy
Gem
you two.
encrusted bowl.
Yes, it's the component for the spell.
Ah.
I only have the one on me.
Well, I'll buy you another one.
And how much are they?
1,000 gold.
Oh,
Huh.
come on. That's a drop in the bucket for Perry
We
and
spent
Q.
like $3,000 already.
Yes, but
but not every market sells them.
that yeah,
Well,
exactly.
Buy you a new one.
We'll
That's
find
some-
it.
All right,
Somewhere.
all right. Then she will cast Hero's Feast. It's her only 6th level spell, so or spell slot. So, all right. So she brings forth a great feast, including magnificent food and drink. It takes 1 hour to consume and disappears at the end. You guys all can mark that you are immune to disease and poison,
Oh.
immune to being frightened. All wisdom saves are with advantage,
Oh.
and everyone roll 2d10 for me. Actually, you know what? I'll roll 1d. I'll just roll 2d10. This will apply to everyone.
Everybody. Yay.
Advantage on wisdom saves.
Correct. So everyone gets 9
9
extra hit points.
Hit
I
point.
have 80.
Yeah, and this is not.
I have 80.
Make sure to mark this is technically temporary, but it is not temp hit points.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Oh, right. It's
This actually changes your
like
max
80.
hit points.
Oh.
but
I have
No,
Make a
81.
note that will go away at the end of 24 hours, and you will be back down to your normal hit points.
Yeah. Cool.
Alright, so we're immune to fear, disease, and what?
Poison.
Poison.
Poison. Okay.
That's nice, considering we might be going into a den of destruction of stuff.
Evil!
Who knows?
Evil.
Well, not at all. It's in the church. But that's why we're gonna check the dead drop things
Dead drop
first.
location.
Blah.
Right. So, is there anything else you guys would like to accomplish during the day before nightfall?
Let's just rest to gain back spell slots.
Eat that food.
Well, thankfully, Narkashan can cast this before you guys take your 8-hour rest, so she will have it back again, her 6th level slot. Because it lasts for 24 hours. So she can cast that before you guys take your long rest of the day. So, at this point, I think it'd be good for us to take an actual real-life 30-minute break or so.
Okay.
Sure.
Grab some food, drink, whatever. And then we will jump back in at around 7:30, 7:35-ish.
135.
And we will get to the meat of this quest, seems like.
Neat.
Yeah.
All right.
Meat.
See you guys in a bit.
Yep. See you in a bit.
Okay.
Right. So, Avian, Mira, we'll be back in a little bit. Take a break for food and stuff. See you guys then. Be right back.